Y'all don't hear us. Pull up a seat and motherfucking listen. Pull up a seat and motherfucking listen.
Pack your bag, time to go home.
Talking crazy on our soil where our blood and bones grown.
This our grind, we outside on it. While y'all fools on the outside looking, y'all show no respect to Black America, so leave. Hey.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, take your disrespect and just fly on.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, take your disrespect and just fly on.
You landed on the tarmac, fresh off the boat. Talking about y'all building nothing, man, you choking on the note. My ancestors the reason that this country even breathes. Picked the cotton, built the White House, planted the seed. Jim Crow laws, redlined the map, we was the target. You think that struggle's a costume, man, you can't mark it. We fought the wars, we bled the blood, we died for our future's chance. And you come here and give our legacy a side eye while throwing shade on the guard. While you benefit from doors we kicked down with our last breath. Now you spit on the architects who stared down death. Disrespectful, that's disrespectful, ungrateful, a slap in the face to only people who gave a fuck. So let me show your ungrateful ass to the right place.
Pack your bags, time to go home.
Talking crazy on our soil where our blood and bones grown.
This our ground and we outside on it. While y'all fools on the outside looking, y'all show no respect to Black America, so leave.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, take your disrespect, just fly on.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, take your disrespect, just fly on.
Passport, the visa, the privilege to be here. Cause my grandma did march for y'all, so disappear from our land. You cosplaying our pain. Think it's a trend you can borrow, but you ain't inherit the ghosts of our sorrow. We the foundation, the bedrock, the soil, and the root. You not no branch on our tree, and unproductive people always cosplaying me.
Talking about we ain't do nothing, you lost your mind. We built this from nothing, time after time.
From the beginning to now, we been the backbone and muscle. Why you look down on the struggle and cause a whole tussle? That energy spat with disgusting, it's whack. So let's make it clear, there's no turning back.
This land is paid for in full.
In blood, sweat, and tears, and dreams deferred.
You don't get to come into a house we built from the dirt and telling Black America y'all ain't worth nothing. That's a violation. Facts.
Pack your bags, time to go home.
It's our soil on our soil where our blood and bones grown.
Show respect, this our ground. Y'all just tenants on a leash.
Or get the step.
Show no respect to Black America, so leave.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, taking your business, I can just fly on.
Y'all don't get it, so it's time to go home.
Get the hell up out of America, taking your business, I can just fly on.
Fly, little birdies.
Fly on back to where you came from.
This ain't for you. This still is sacred.
We said what we said.
It's time
For y'all to go home. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. Far, far away from here. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. Far, far away from here. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. Far, far away from here. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. So fly a little birdies fly. Far, far away from here. Bye bye, little birds.
We forgot, but we never forget.
built this land from dust and tears, 400 years, and we still here. They write new rules, but they don't see every freedom they got came off you and me. We planted seeds, they took the bloom. We lit the flame, they left the room. But we back now, no disguise. The spirits woke, we realize all we want is what we earn. That sweat and blood, yeah, that table turn. You can't buy culture, can't fake that fight. This is our day, this is our ride. We happiness. Say it loud, say it strong. We the heartbeat that's been there all along. Foundational Black Americans, stand tall. We ain't begging for nothing, we built that all. Born from pain and grace, you can see the truth written in our face. We the soul, the sound, fight the flame. Foundational Black Americans, say our name. They love our rhythm, but they dodge our blues. Use our voice when it fits their news. They take our sound, but not our scars. We the backbone, we the stars. Now the veil is gone, the mask is clear. We see the game, we know it's here. No more silence, no more lies. We lift that flag and watch it rise. Rise up, rise up. We the ones that made this nation breathe. Our veins are power, our roots are trees. We know worlds. It's rhythm and grace now, and now we're reclaiming our rightful place. Can't copy courage, can't steal pain. You can't inherit soul by changing names. Our story ain't done, it's the revival. We guard the gate, it's about survival. We FBA, say it proud, say it loud. The world dances on what we vow. Foundational Black Americans. Still we stand, still we fight, still we demand. Every block, every song, we've been right here all along. The soul of a people strong and free. Foundational Black Americans. We the first, we the root, we the fire. Still rising, still here. Foundational Black American.
We set the tone and they copy the cadence. Dance to our drums and deny the foundation. Wear the style but don't honor the source. Smile in the crowd and you distance and force. Say you not us but you rap like we breathe. Take the rhythm, then fuse the receipts. I ain't mad, I'm just holding the glass. Showing the mirror, now answer it back. I ain't here to cancel nobody. Just keep it honest, keep it solid. If you eat from the table we built, don't act surprised when we guard it. Do you like that? Do you like that? When I flip your sound and I ride like that. Do you like that? Do you like that? Do you like that? Cause that's how it feel when you borrow my culture. Then act like we never mattered. Hip-hop.
Mike Larry. Now this shit here, it's what I see it is. We're not fighting your battles. We're not carrying your fear. We're not lending our history to people who erased us while we were here. Just cause you born here, don't make you FBA. That makes you a citizen, learn the difference today. This is lineage, not a look you can wear. Not a costume you borrow when it benefits you there. You used our culture like an access card, backstage pass, a straight facade. But now the mirror's in your face, no disguise. And you're uncomfortable looking truth in the eyes. We didn't leave our land to beg for a chance. We stayed, we fought, we took every advance. That's the separation, that's the line you cross. We paid the price, you learned the cost. You waving your flag on our soil, but fighting not to go back home. Waving flag soil, building comfort on a foundation you didn't know. We waving our flag, red, black, and gold. Stood our ground, never sold. You waving your flag on our soil, scared to build what you claim you love. Our humor, our style, the way we move, the smoothness, the sound, the things we prove. Music we birth, language we shape, innovation forged under constant escape. Warrior spirit means stay and defend, not flee your land and rewrite the end. You call it success, but don't confuse the two. East came after what we went through. You abandoned your land and called it strategy. You waved that flag loud, but won't return to build your legacy. That contradiction tells the story for you. You waving your flag on our soil, or fighting not to go back home. We waving ours where we were forged, every inch earned, every brick known. We can't be deported, and that truth changes everything. We can't be deported, and that truth changes everything. We know who we are, and now we see who you are too. Just because y'all born here doesn't make you FBA at all. It makes you an American citizen. It's biologically impossible to be us, because it's a lineage, not some damn costume you can just put on to look cool. You immigrants and immigrant Americans has used our culture as an access card, a backstage pass to our culture. Now y'all have to look in the mirror. Our sense of humor, the aesthetics, mannerisms, the style of dress, the smoothness, the creativity, our genres of music, innovativeness, our slang, our warrior spirit by staying on our homeland and fighting and not fleeing to somebody else's land to beg for a better life and shit on the very people who fought to have us there. That's who we are. And we know who the hell y'all are waving your flag on our soil and fighting to make sure y'all don't go back.
You can't leech off our culture anymore. Beat it!
Mike Larry, man, you did it again. We really making history. Let's go.
Do you like that? Do you like that?
Flip your sound, how you like that? Do you like that? Do you like that? Say it loud, don't walk it back. Do you like that?
Do you like that?
You grew up mimicking us, now y'all switch it up.
Do you like that?
Turn the carbon copy, y'all ain't black, what the fuck? It's funny y'all connecting to our culture like it's Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Surfing on our waves of our culture, no more agua. Stealing my culture for all these years. Look out, time flies, all these colonizers in disguise. Hate y'all still, hate us outside. Study dope, drip vampires, it's the blood of our guilt. They copy the flavor, sip the juice, love the results, hate the truth. Who? Do you like that? Do you like that? Do you like that? Flip your sound, how you like that? Do you like that? Democratic shields, talking points, the road they fill. Fish and chips, agent on the mic, judging FBAs, but ain't you half white? Talking like you one of us, we need a proof face. The agent type with a prune face, like 50 and Jim, it's a cold game. Throwing stones cause we built our own lane. I'm joking, kinda, but I mean it. Smile calm, pressure intact. Y'all proud where y'all from, where they flag, beat they drum. But when it's us, tone switch fast. Same pride, but it's too much. FBA pride, lineage solid. You can't put this on, can't try it on. Built here, stayed and fought, that's the difference. That's the car. Do you like that? Do you like that? Say it clear, don't twist the facts. Do you like that? Yeah. Do you like that? Do you like that? Point made. No edit. No care.
Erasing history is something that you have to do when it comes to conquest, domination, and destroying a people. If people knew who they were, and what they were capable of in the past, they will understand what they have a possibility or a likelihood of doing in the future.
Foundational Black Americans, we've always had a culture of resistance. We cultivated a culture of resistance on this land, and we've been resisting ever since we've encountered European domination.
But nothing was really popping in Europe until the transatlantic slave trade, and that's where they amassed a lot of wealth.
One thing that I think is unique about our culture as far as how we resist, how we fight back, is just the environment we were put in from day one. Being only 13% of the population, the white supremacists were very meticulous about keeping that population at a certain amount.
There was never a period when we did not resist the encroachment of the white man.
They have a natural behavior of authority no matter where they go. That's why they'll step up in front of us in the line at the store. We're not important. They don't even see us.
We've never been able to excel. We've never been able to relax. We've never been able to just be, which means that existence is resistance.
It must be something in our DNA, our historical background, to when something doesn't sit right with us, especially spiritually, in our souls and in our spirit, we just say no.
We live resistance. From the moment we're born, we're in resistance. And it's handed down generation to generation.
And so I think that cultural resistance is actually in our DNA, in our epigenetics, and then it blossoms out into the culture.
So there's almost nothing in America that we do, from song to dance to politics to the way we talk, the way we dress, having coded languages considered to be slang today. Everything about Black American culture is a form of resistance.
Of course, they want to always downplay our contributions to the global tapestry because they continue to act like our number one export in this country is not Black innovation.
Everyone understands that our resistance has been the cornerstone of what foundational Black Americans have always done. We are the life that breathes everything into this nation.
The further back you go, the further Black you go. It's just simple like that, brother.
Greetings. Go ahead, Shabaka.
Yeah, greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced Season 11, Episode 30, in conjunction with the Frontline Black News. Okay, we're coming to you here from Sin City tonight. Also, too, Brother Che came to my attention, man. I got a couple of complaints here in my building about noise that I was making in the middle of the night. So that's what I was dealing with, you say, and that's why that dude got barred, man, is because that's the type of junk I don't need. Okay, too, reading in your description tonight, okay, bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, okay, it's because I got the browser on here, Brother Che, that's kind of like making me work 2 and 3 times harder, you know what I'm saying? Okay, So just bear with me, okay? And then also, too, we got another episode coming on tonight at 9:30, right after this one right here. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on Season 11, Episode 30, Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced in conjunction with Frontline Black News, we'll be discussing several topics. Replacing FBAs, why U.S. culture is in decline. United Kingdom gas shortage, factor crisis, job market 2026 crisis, millions struggling to find work. Iran rejects Trump's ultimatum. Tensions escalate fast. Donald Trump says U.S. should take Iran's oil. This is why FBA is dominating every conversation. And then also, too, Brother Che, off of mainstream media news, okay, is that they're talking about invoking the 25th Amendment on Trump, okay, to shut him down. Yeah, but in a perfect world, man, it's not going to happen, in my opinion, because no president has ever been removed from office due to a conviction in the impeachment. You see, Twin Pyramid says where you live, Shabaka. Church, the library, they better chill.
Right, better chill like EPMD with that nonsense.
Yes, sir, without a doubt. And then, too, is that the dumpster, as in human shit, and I want to make that perfectly clear, he is losing support amongst his own people. So this is a great thing. You see what I'm saying? This is beautiful. Let it crash from within. You see? So the dumpster, you realize, man, you got to head this bump. They got played for suckers. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, Trump agrees to a 2-week ceasefire subject to the Strait of Hormuz opening. So therefore, they're calling this bluff, man. Trump ain't going through with it. Now, speaking with another individual earlier today, you know, who's very familiar with that part of the world, okay, what's happening over there with the Israelis needs to be brought into question as well. Netanyahu
shouldn't even be in office.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Netanyahu, you need to shut it down. You see, it's because what's happening is, Brother Che, is that these people, Dumpster, Netanyahu, okay, they sitting up here gambling with our lives, literally gambling with our lives. And then out here in Las Vegas, once again, I see the chemtrails going up right there. And then on the Artemis spaceship, they said they're going on the other side of the moon, but we'll discuss that there at another time. But we're staying on topic because Brother Che has been on me to stay on topic.
They already went. They already did the flyby. They should be on their way back now.
Okay, and then from what I understand, when they get on their way back, they're going to splash down there near San Diego, California. So hopefully they hurry up and get them up out of there, because that Pacific Ocean right there is full of jaws, if you know what I mean. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so we appreciate the brother going up there, because he made Black history, being a very, very knowledgeable man. And I do believe that this is the furthest that a Black man has went out there into outer space. So once again, people thank Dr. Mae Jameson, also to the Sisters with the Hidden Figures. Thank
One
them.
of the sisters was in that intro, Shabaka, in the video I played. One of the sisters
okay.
helped with that. Like, that's why I play those videos, because they're very they're very uplifting videos. I need to finish the intro, Shabaka. So Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced is based on the 50th anniversary of the founding of the original Blacc Panther Party for self-defense. We started on Blogtalk Radio back in 2016 and have been around for 11 seasons now. Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced covers the Black experience from the beginning of time until 10 minutes ago. It is also a part of the Frontline campaign and has recently, within the last 2 years, moved from Blogtalk Radio to Streamyard. Just make sure y'all like and share the broadcast family. Please join us on Streamyard, YouTube, Frontline Black News. The links to all of our channels are in the description, including Frontline Black News. Frontline Black News 2, a backup channel. Make sure y'all sub up to that. Just catch they try to take Frontline Black News down again. Then my personal page is A-Chain Chroma, which has a damn strike on it. Bastards.
Oh, man.
Make sure y'all sub up to that channel. That's where we stream all the city council and local events here in Denver. Then the Royal and Lady Chase Seduction Doll channel. Make sure y'all sub up to that so she can start going live on that channel. The RBA, the Revolutionary Agenda, make sure y'all sub up to that. She'll be covering topics that we don't normally get to on Frontline Black News and Shabaka's Black Experience.
Okay.
Then Shabaka's YouTube Genet 1, make sure y'all sub up to that. Then we got Witchcracker TV with Jay Militant, our cousin, our local out the Bay Area. Make sure y'all sub up to
shout out to Jay.
Then shout out to our brother Kukizi, who was with us last night. Make sure y'all sub up to his channel. Kukizi, absolutely. Out the Mile High. And then we got our brother Breeze Omega out of Virginia, VA.
Okay.
In New York. Make sure y'all up to his channel. He just surpassed 1,000 subscribers. So salute to Breeze. Then we got our brother Black Power. Well, I was just on his show not too long ago with Torian Rain Reloaded. Make sure y'all up to his channel. He has surpassed 2,000 subscribers. He's on his way to 3,000 subscribers. And that's a certain number. young brother Black Truth United, who came up with the B1 Rolodex, which is a modern day green book for FBA and B1 businesses all over this country. And yours truly is in it. So for my political work. So make sure y'all hit the links for the B1 Rolodex, and the link to submit a business is also in the description. Then the petition for reparations, make sure y'all sign that, to change.org petition. Then we got Sister Brooks petition as well. That link is also in the description. Hidden Color 6, which we already met the goal, so I'm gonna start putting that in the description. But the link to Hidden Color 6 trailer, GoFundMe rather, Kickstarter rather, is in the description. And then we got Lady Chase GoFundMe. Make sure y'all donate to that if you haven't already. Then we got copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances are made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. And I do not own the rights to the music. And if you don't understand racism, white supremacy, what it is and how it works, everything else you think you understand will only confuse you. In all 9 or 10 areas of human and people activity, and that is economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war, and some say health and nutrition. In all 9 or 10 areas of human and people activity. And when you, a Black person, are captured by any race soldier, you must never fuss, fight, or flee. Comply and defend yourself in court. Also by Neely Fuller Jr., producejustice.com. And shout out to our elder, Neely Fuller Jr. He transitioned exactly a year ago at the age of 95. And when you
full life.
Sure, not least, we got racism, white supremacy is subconscious and conscious behavior to maintain white genetic survival, to prevent white genetic annihilation. And that was by the late great master teacher, Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, who passed away exactly 10 years ago at the age of 80. And she would have just turned 90 about a week or 2 ago. And shout out to our FBA brother Tariq Nasheed for paying for her funeral, along with several others. So those are the topics. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. All right, Shabaka, so I'm going to hop into the first topic, which is replacing FBAs. He's talking about, and he's specifically talking about in the NBA.
Okay.
Why U.S. culture is in decline. So our brother Professor Black Truth gonna give us an update on that.
Okay. Going on mute.
And happy new Black Media Appreciation Month.
Family and fellow soldiers, I'm the Professor, and this is the moment of truth. Culture doesn't just sprout out of the ground. People have to make it happen, and that creation process isn't just actions. It's also a system of history, memory, and thought that goes along with it. If your culture is dynamic, there's probably a very specific reason why, and there's probably very specific people who are behind that. But what happens when a society makes the deliberate choice to disconnect the culture from its source? The culture decays. That's what happens. When I saw the pieces in the news feeds talking about this BAM guy breaking Kobe Bryant's record, the first thought that came to my mind was, who is this guy? No, seriously, I had to stop and look up who he is because I never heard of him. And yes, there are those of you who listen to me and say, but Professor, you don't even like sports, so of course you wouldn't know who he is. You don't know sports in general. That's a fair criticism, but you don't understand. I knew who Kobe Bryant was without even having to watch the NBA because he was so accomplished and so well known. He was the biggest name since Michael Jordan. So when he got that second most points scored record, it made sense. Please tell me, though, how a guy most of you never even heard of does the same thing. And when you're done with that one, tell me how this white guy you also never heard of did the same thing right after that. Have either of these guys ever won a ring or been an MVP or made a name for themselves? I don't know. And that's the entire problem with this. What makes a basketball player great is not whether they score the most points in a single game. It's about whether they have the most games won in a single season. Kobe Bryant had 5 championships. He set the second most points scored record in 2006. The Lakers didn't make it to the championship that year. Kobe's old teammate Shaq won that season's title, but there was outrage from fans that Kobe wasn't MVP for that year. And that was because Kobe Bryant had a standout season, and he had already won 3 championships by the time he set that second most points scored record. Bam Adebayo, however, is still working on getting his first ring. You see, what happened with Kobe was an organic process. On the other hand, if you got a guy who shoots 80 points in a single game or even 100 points in a single game, you could dismiss even those high scores as being nothing more than a fluke, especially if the player normally only scores about 20 points per game, which is what Bam Adebayo typically scores. But you see, after that 83-pointer, he went right back to scoring only about 20 points per game. It doesn't do much good for you to score big one game, but score low the rest of the season. What makes a champion is consistency. Michael Jordan had it, Kobe Bryant had it, Adebayo does not. This is why I don't see any basketball fans making a big deal out of it, nor should they. And now the white media is pushing that another player I never heard of, this one named Cooper Flagg, sounds like he ought to be working at a hillbilly mechanic shop, he has quote-unquote broken a Kobe Bryant record. In this case, scoring 20 or more points in 25 games before turning 20 years old. And they're already trying to crown this white player as the second coming of Kobe Bryant. Again, I don't know sports, but I do know how to read. And according to the internet machine, Cooper's team, the Dallas Mavericks, don't have good odds of making the playoffs this season, which means that they won't be getting a championship this year. Again, this is a guy who normally scores in the low teens, and scoring 20 points consistently doesn't matter when your team has lost twice as many games as they've won. So, what are these nothing burgers really about? We've seen this one before. Baseball had the so-called home run derby back in the 90s, which gave sports both Sammy Sosa and the notorious Mark McGwire, who became famous for his steroid use. Of course, the white media didn't do to him what it did to Barry Bonds when he surpassed both those clowns. Nobody called Mark McGwire's record tainted or anything like that. The white media shielded Mark McGwire from criticism. Barry Bonds, on the other hand, is still the home run champion to this day. And while the home run derby did increase interest in baseball, that bump in attention didn't last. You need players who can consistently help grow the sport, and self-hating immigrants like Sosa and overrated steroid users don't do it either. You need black people who are standing on business and not literally trying to whitewash themselves. Black empowerment is more than just an economic philosophy. It's an oppositional ideology to white supremacy and the satanic damage that it does. This is the problem that white supremacy has always had toward foundational black Americans in particular. This is why Hollywood made room for immigrants like Harry Belafonte, Sidney Poitier, and others pretty much from the beginning almost. Ronald Reagan made a Caribbean immigrant, Colin Powell, the first black head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. And Democrats made a Kenyan immigrant, Barack Obama, the first non-white president. And what's really sad is, despite his disgracing himself with the Second Iraq War, Colin Powell still somehow managed to be less of an embarrassment to black people than Barack Obama was. But neither one of those two got out of line with their white paymasters. Both of them were ultimately only self-interested, which was why they were acceptable to white society in the first place. And we also had a number of tethers and foreign flags who called themselves rewriting our history in order to try to legitimize what amounted to culture vulturing. And while these efforts to make non-FBAs the leaders of the culture failed, that never stopped the white powers that be from trying. In the world of sports, they've been attempting to purge foundational black Americans since at least the 1980s. And when you take the soul out of something, can you really be surprised when the body begins to wither and die? The last time baseball had organic growth and genuine interest was when you had FBA talent leading the league, like Ken Griffey Sr. and Jr. Trying to artificially manufacture that kind of dynamism doesn't work. Sure, the racist owners of these sports leagues may be able to tolerate the sight of non-FBA black players, but they never liked it. It's a tactic as old as anti-black racism itself. When black people make something hot and they create an enormous wave of momentum for it, sooner or later, the white powers that be push those black people aside, have some flunky or other stand out front and claim to be the reason why such and such is hot. From ragtime to rap, we've seen white power run this play over and over and over again. As the white media saw it, enormous numbers of people were watching pro sports, so it should be pretty straightforward to start phasing out the FBA players one by one, and over time start to filter in white players, or if they have to, immigrants, and make them credible by hyping them up, making them prominent by using the white media's monopoly to give them flattering coverage, and in time, these other people would be the majority of visible players in these leagues, and nobody would have even noticed that this changeover even happened, and their business wouldn't suffer. Well, that's what they thought, but of course it didn't go that way. And here's why. Stunts like the home run derby and the we broke Kobe's record stuff, that doesn't build a sports league. This is how you cheapen a sport. You get a temporary sugar rush, a momentary bump in interest for that particular story, though that didn't even happen with Bam Adebayo and this flag character. Because afterwards, you're run down again when people realize this was just a meaningless fluke. This kind of ploy runs into the law of diminishing returns pretty quickly. As the number of foreign talent and overrated European players like Luka Doncic has gone up, we've also seen a simultaneous decline in viewership too. Now, they're not cratering per se, but what I'm saying is the thrill is gone. The NBA is not dying any more than, say, Major League Baseball died. But interest and hence revenues are taking a hit. That keen interest is lacking. At the very least, the danger of stalling is now there. And for these leagues, if they're not growing, then they are dying. People are used to sitting down at a table someone else built and eating bread somebody else baked and then having a white media that celebrates this. As a result, they can try to tell themselves and the world that what they did was legitimate somehow. The white media are the masters of getting people to see rose fields through rose-colored glasses, mostly because they've mastered the art of getting you to want to see things their way. They create very seductive lies, meant to be both alluring and, they hope, inspiring to you. And the hook they use is to get you to see yourself in their lies, and hopefully you'll begin to psychologically invest in it. Even though you're not getting anything out of it, and you never will, you'll still waste years of your life trying to make their lies real because you love the idea of it so much. That's how you con someone, by getting the mark to con himself. And of course, it doesn't stop there. We saw with Essence Fest what happens when tethers take over an institution. They immediately run it into the ground. And when you look at the vast wasteland that music became, you see the exact same pattern played itself out there too. This is how the society is destroying these institutions and the culture one by one. The answer is not to keep pushing the failed experiments of exotic Europeans or people from abroad. The answer is the tried and true, the FBA talent that built these places. Doing it any other way is the equivalent of putting cheap Chinese knockoff parts in your brand new car. Sure, you can get the engine to turn over and the car will move, but it won't perform the same way it did before. And if you don't get back to the real in time, you'll destroy the vehicle you're depending on. The arrogant and foolish mentality of, it doesn't matter, people will watch anything. That's how they put themselves in this fix. Yes, a lot of people will watch just about anything, but not everyone will watch just anything. There's no substitute for the moral legitimacy of the FBA community, and there's no substitute for the energy, interest, vitality, and focus that we bring to things. Without us, the NBA would be as bland and uninteresting as the European League. Baseball thought that it would garner an international audience by bringing in so many immigrants, but that didn't happen. It's one thing to be a people who kick doors open, but if someone else is going to call themselves being part of what we've built, then they have to bring that same energy. In some cases, like Harry Belafonte, they did, but especially in the last 60 years, too many newcomers have not. Instead, they've been inventions of the white media. They saw being in the U.S. as a chance to do the same kind of sucking up to white power that they tried and failed to do in their home countries. In those places, the white people were behind walls, literally. That's what it's like in Africa and Jamaica. The black people abroad had no access to the white community that they hoped to get into the good graces of. The Negro sellout misleaders in Africa and Jamaica had already made their deals with the devil, and so white power caked them off, gave them some goodies, and a disproportionate number of them chose to act as the ruthless guarantors and protectors of white privilege in their own lands ever since. You see, pretty much the greatest tragedy of colonialism is that the black populations of these places learned the wrong lesson from being colonized. Instead of learning that blackness is the tie that binds and that they must unite with one another and unite against white power, instead, all they learned was that they should imitate their own corrupt misleaders and try to find the easiest and laziest way to get some crumbs from masses' table. And every black person knows this trick. Just assure white power that you hate anyone who threatens them more than they do. Every immigrant group who's come to the U.S. has done this because the dominant society made it crystal clear that upholding the racial pyramid is the only way to get an in with white power, at least temporarily. But that game always runs out because at the end of the day, white power is not what gives energy to these things. White power is a gang of vampires. They suck the energy out of others. They draw the life's blood from others. And what they leave in their wake is nothing but desiccated husks. Just look at the dumpster fire that the so-called cable news became when they kept putting all these immigrants like Roly-Poly and Joke Reed on the air.
Somebody stole our dumpster turn.
To our history and lineage as a way to give themselves artificial depth and show that these guys are basically deeply rooted in the culture when they're not. Putting people contrary to the culture like Don Lemonade on air, that was doubling down on failure too. Did any of these people become big ratings leaders for their respective networks? Of course not. You had a bunch of professional BS artists trying to pawn themselves off as being just so down and so genuine and so real, when in reality, all they're trying to do is to see what they can get from a house that somebody else built before it collapses in on itself. Again, you don't have to be a sports fan or even care about sports to recognize white media propaganda, trying to praise somebody and big them up for something that, truth be told, isn't really actually that great an accomplishment, especially not when you look at whether or not the person is moving the culture forward. You don't become a legend just by scoring 80 some odd points in a single game. You become a legend not only because you can win your championships, but because of the fact that you become bigger than the game itself. White power doesn't want that, of course. What it wants are convenient and pliable tools who will do as they're told and won't rock the boat. Ultimately, they're just there to be handmaidens for a white supremacist culture that destroys everything it touches. Well, that's how it goes when you don't have the ability to actually make the game. Inevitably, you just get reduced to playing ball. Good day and be one. I'd like to take a moment to mention some of our contributors: Derek Williams, Stay Positive, Rob Mack, Morris Bodden, and Russell Richardson. Salute to them and thank you to everyone for listening, liking, and sharing this message. Black empowerment only exists because of you.
All right, Shabaka.
All right, Professor Black. Yeah, once again, the professor is dropping knowledge. Shout out there to Professor Black Truth. I appreciate the professor for staying hidden, because your eyes can't hit what your hands can't hit what your eyes can't see. You see, the dumpster. Yeah, the dumpster. Okay, I heard on mainstream media, I got an unconfirmed report, is that they are talking about Brother Che of the 25th Amendment of removing his ass from office with this situation over here in the Middle East. Okay.
Yeah, I keep hearing that.
Yeah, but we'll believe it when we see it. You see what I mean? And then also too, I'm stating here on air, we did get a complaint from our management over here that I've been making too much noise in the middle of the night. You see what I mean? And what have you. So, I'm going to be chilling, on the nighttime, because I ain't ready to leave this place yet, All right. But however, what's happening with this gas is ridiculous. And if they do invoke the 25th Amendment, I would like to see it because it'll be unprecedented. You see what I mean? And then, not to mention the fact, the old bastard is 84. What is he? 80, 81, something like that. He's too old for the job, Brother Che. Say, to have that job.
Yeah, he's the same age Biden was.
Yes, sir. Okay. And he called him Sleepy Joe. Okay. So Donald Duck. Okay, or Donald Lame Duck is what I'm going to start calling him. He needs to reap what he sows. You say, J.D. Vance, he should be bypassed. Okay, that dude is unprecedented because J.D. Vance is Trump 2.0 for the future. the world does not need that.
If they invoke the 25th Amendment, then he would become the president.
Yeah, I know. See, that's the flip side of the coin, Brother Che, you see. So then hopefully if JD becomes the president, then hopefully they could select the vice president of somebody who can pretty much keep them in checks and balances. Now, you know more about this here on political science than I do. So if Vance becomes the president, who would automatically step up to be the vice president? Wouldn't that be the Speaker of the House?
Yeah,
Captain Binghamton. Yeah, okay, Captain Binghamton. Okay, all righty. And the reason why I use the term Captain Binghamton, because there was a 1960 show called McHale's Navy, and if you could pull up the past episodes on YouTube, and when you take a look at this fool, you will see he's just like Mike Johnston. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now up here drinking my coffee to stay up is because I'm an old bird.
That's about the NBA and then replacing the FBA talent with foreign international talent.
Okay, and let me guess. It's going to be the white guys out of Europe. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, because I'm seeing that already. Is because I have a loved one who follows basketball like I do the boxing. And also, too, I spoke with a very, very important contact in the boxing world today. And get this, they called me, okay?
Ooh.
So we're going to be doing a whole lot of mopping up over here at Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced, okay? It's because we cannot afford, to lose prominent contacts over nonsense and BS. You see what I'm saying? And by the way, and I'm talking to myself as well. You see what I'm saying? So this is why a certain individual is barred from Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced because of that reason. Yes, but however, we would like for some of you, how should we say, some of you other OTBs to come up here and be like our man Michael. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because our platform is open to everyone, except we just emphasize the Black experience and we enhance it. Is because if it wasn't for the Black experience, the technology of the world as we know it would not exist. You see? And then also too, Brother Che, another thing that I sent you the clip of Professor PLO Lumumba. If we can get him, that would be beautiful, is because in that clip, he was crumb bumming on the tethers on the African continent that sold us down the tubes when those Nabiscos came. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And what should have happened with the Nabiscos when they showed up with their funky, stinking, nasty rectums, they should have been told, hey, man, you can't stop here. You're too filthy.
Right.
You see what I mean? You're too filthy. But as you had pointed out, just like PLO Lumumba had pointed out, Brother Che, he echoed you.
Yeah.
They came here with these BS trinkets. They come to us with BS trinkets. Then, like with Her Majesty Queen Nzinga, that I sent you a message on, she sat there and listened to the missionaries. And as you so well put it out there, Brother Che, what you were right about, they do the recon. You see what I'm saying? Just like that dude, Kenneth Copeland over there in Nigeria, and got our people down there bowing down to him, kissing his ring. They might as well should have did something else with him, if you know what I mean. Just to show you how appalled I was. You see?
Our people wouldn't be bowing down to no cockazoid like that.
Exactly. We'll be stomping his ass. You see? And we're not advocating violence or anything like that. But Professor PLO Lumumba, I have to give it to the professor. And if we can get him, that'll be wonderful. Is because
did you share the link out, Shabaka?
For the Streamyard, yeah, I shared out the YouTube link up there on my like page, yeah.
Okay, can you share it in the groups too?
Yeah, I believe I can. Okay, I believe I can. Okay, so as when we have another presentation, and then I will go up there to share it, in my groups. You know what I mean? And then also too, like I said on my end, Brother Che, I am seeing an increase in the numbers. So we're doing something right. We may not be getting at the pace that we want to, you say, but we are making some progress. You see what I'm saying? And what have you. You'll say, all right, and then
let me get my take on this. So yeah, they're trying to replace FBAs with these immigrants, specifically the Europeans and some of the Africans and some of the Caribbeans, and it's not going to work. People don't want to watch them play; they want to watch FBA play. And this is nothing to be bragging about. These foreigners beating Kobe's record. Wilt Chamberlain scored 30 points in the game. I don't hear nobody talking about that.
Yeah, exactly. No, wait a minute, Brother Che, hold it. And early in Wilt's career, man, I think he scored 100 points in a game.
That's what I just said, Shabaka.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and that record still stands today. And like I told you, Brother Che, when I was in high school, I went to high school with his nephew, and I didn't believe it was his nephew. And although I didn't interact with him, but I do know that when Wilt Chamberlain died, they showed him on a picture of the LA Times, quite naturally, of course, feeling bad because he had just lost his uncle. You see what I'm saying? So that's not so much, patting myself on the back, you say. But what it is that we got to control the ownership and the management of the pro sports, okay? And I'm figuring, Brother Che, will take at least a 5-year commitment on us to do the economical shift on it. And then what will happen is that the NBA will be bound down to us, you see?
Well, Ice Cube already took the initiative with the Big Three.
Yeah, he did. And then I just saw something about Cube recently on social media where he's trying to do some more greater things. So shout out there to Cube of what he's trying to do.
With Hollywood too.
Okay, smart man. Then hopefully he could branch off, man, and start his own movie making companies, like what Tyler Perry did. It's an uphill battle, so I would give Cube 5 years, to make an impact on that, like what Tyler Perry did. But I really wish Tyler Perry would do more roles where he's not wearing a dress, you see. And then, of course, as we do know, how they knocked Tyler Perry away from getting a piece of Paramount Pictures, just like what they did to our man there who tried to buy United Airlines, who started BET. What was his name? Mike Johnson, I believe.
Bob Johnson.
Yeah, Robert Johnson, yeah. So that there just goes to show, Black family, okay, well, this is why we got to flex our economical muscle, you see what I'm saying, on us doing for ourselves. This isn't bigotry. This isn't hatred. It is making the Black community more self-sufficient. So when I get these numbskulls talking about, Blacks ain't nothing, look at the damage that they do to yourselves and your people and all this old type of garbage, you see, that there give me more cannon fodder. You see what I'm saying? The kind of man, these idiots. You see what I'm saying? And yes, I'm calling them idiots. Okay. Now, we don't advocate hating anybody, but what we do advocate is that we do not hate ourselves. You see what I'm saying? There's a big difference between the two. You see what I'm saying?
We're the only ones that's been advocating for that, Shabaka. We're the only Black people on this planet that's been advocating for that.
You see, and then you get all these sellouts and what have you, and then how they want to feminize our Black men. And I was speaking with a public figure today on that, had a lengthy conversation with them, and we talked about all kind of things. I also told them of what I evolved since the last time they saw me on social media. And they said that they would check it out when they can, you see. So we're going to be doing a lot of mopping up over here. You see what I'm saying?
All right, Shabaka. So I got to stick to a strict time schedule. So I'm moving on to the next topic. And that is, so across the pond, UK gas shortage is a fact or fiction, or fact or crisis. It's a fact or crisis.
No, it's a crisis.
Lisa's going to give us an update on that.
Okay, muting out.
and the lines are long at the gas shortage. Yes. Now you know why the UK had that Zoom call. Many of their gas stations around the UK have ran out of gas. And they have the signs up and the lines are long at places that do have gas. And they're on the verge of running out of gas in just a few days. And folks keep saying, this is coming to America. This is coming to America. And all I have to say is let it happen. Let it happen. Because number one, I think with this war and the high gas prices, they should allow the people that can work from home, they should allow you to work from home. Many people don't have big salaries. And now you are asking them to pay all this gas money to commute. And we already know it's going up because it always goes up in the summer months. So they're already telling people to anticipate. Look at the gas prices now. It may be double what you're looking at right now in the summer. So if you're already at 4, you could easily be at 8 or even more by the summer per gallon. And some places are already at $8. So those folks are going to be, they said there's places that could be looking at $15 a gallon. That is absolutely crazy. You know, let people work from home. Seriously. And I know a lot of people didn't want to, the kids, it was hard teaching them when they were at home. Well, it's going to be hard for a lot of these parents to get their kids to school, especially if they don't have a school bus. Yeah, right. So it's about to go crazy. But it's happening already in the UK, in Scotland, also in France. They got signs up at gas stations saying they have no gas, they're out of fuel. And
1973.
It's closed. And Iran, they don't want to hear it. They are not opening it back up. They don't want to hear it. They're keeping it closed until further notice. So let's get to it, y'all. This is bad, but they're saying this is the way it's going to be all over. I showed you Australia, and I'm hearing the same thing is happening in the Philippines. They're on the verge of running completely out of gas. So, you can thank Donald Trump and Netanyahu for what's going on now. Not that they care, those people are millionaires and billionaires. They could care less about what the average person is going through. They don't care.
Right.
Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Okay, so the UK also canceled all their flights because there's not enough jet fuel. So their airports are shutting down all flights. All the flights are being canceled because they're saying they just don't have jet fuel for the planes. So the planes are all going to have to sit.
The first airline in the UK has just canceled all flights because they cannot get a hold of jet fuel. This is a canary in a coal mine. There are going to be jet fuel, diesel, gasoline shortages worldwide. It's just going to affect different countries at different times. Also, I heard online that about the last kerosene shipment just arrived to the UK, and there's no plans for further shipment. So the third world is going to be screwed the first because they don't have the reserves, they don't have the refineries, and it's going to cause chaos there, then the second world, and then it's going to be everyone, and it is going to spark a tidal wave of inflation globally. You're already seeing it everywhere. Amazon Fulfillment just raised a 3.5% fuel surcharge on everything. All these prices are going to start being passed along in the next week or two, and it's not going to stop. Oil is one of those things where it instantly goes up, and the cost is usually instantly brought upon the customer. So you think food in the grocery is expensive now, it's going to get a lot more expensive. And I don't think the world can afford this war right now. And it's going to collapse governments and economies, I believe.
Imagine throughout the country, they're saying that fuel is running out to petrol stations like Asda and Sainsbury's. But who believes this? I don't believe it. Something tells me that they're creating a crisis to justify increasing these prices beyond £2 per litre, which is going to happen. I mean, the writing is on the wall. They are making an insane amount of profit from this. People are panic buying, they're putting fuel in containers. And let's face it, we all know what their agenda is. They want to hold on to that fuel and maybe sell it for a profit. Because if it does run out, that's a money-making scheme. Like for the example of the PlayStation 5 when it first released, when it was sold out everywhere, people bought it, put it on eBay, and made about 4 times the amount because people were desperate for it. I mean, there's no denying that obviously the conflict in the Middle East is having an effect on fuel. I get that and I believe it, but it's not the only place in the entire world that provides fuel. You've got USA, you've got Norway, you've got the North Sea. This whole conflict is such a world disruption. I just want it to stop. At this point, I don't think we're going to see normality. This seems to be a normal thing right now. Create a conflict, create disruption, and hike prices to abuse the consumers.
Fuel stations across Glasgow have been forced to close amid the relentless panic buying of petrol and diesel. Sorry, out of use signs hang from many pumps across the city, and forecourts have been blocked off as swarms of cars line up to try and fill both their tanks and fuel cans. The Glasgow Times visited several fuel stations across the city. Some were closed because they had run out of fuel, while others were open and had varying supplies. Staff at all locations assured us that fuel deliveries were arriving as usual and that pumps were running dry due to customers panic buying amid soaring prices. You can read the full story and find the latest at the Glasgow Times online.
I mean, this does remind me a little bit of COVID and the criticism that the country wasn't prepared in time. And just to use a small example to explain this with the fuel crisis now, the big concern was the NHS couldn't cope with the capacity of the people who become ill in COVID and that it would eventually collapse. And the whole point of the COVID inquiry is to talk about how the country can be better prepared for future crises. That being said, with fuel this time around, the government figures on our preparedness now aren't good. So we've got 900,000 tonnes of petrol in storage, which sounds like quite a lot.
Sounds like quite a lot to hear that.
But that is actually only 26 normal days' supply. So
that doesn't sound like quite a lot.
No, it doesn't, particularly if people are going to start panicking and buying more because they're worried.
If you're a driver in the UK, then you should know the government is looking at a potential fuel shortage due to what's going on in Iran at the moment. They've come up with a proposal to deal with it, and let me tell you, it is absolutely insane. If you think things are bad at the minute, fuel's at an all-time high, every fill-up's costing you more. This next step makes that look like nothing. It doesn't just make it more expensive, it starts controlling how you actually use your vehicle. This isn't just a small change or something you can adjust to and move on from. This hits how far you can drive, how often you can drive, and how long every journey takes. Now, just before I get into this, do me a favour, make sure you're following the page and sharing the video so that I can keep you up to date with all of this information. So right now, as bad as it is and as high as the prices are, you can just go to the forecourt, fill your motor up, drive where you want, whenever you want. And what they're looking at removes everything about that completely. They're looking at bringing in fuel rations. Something the UK's not seen since the 1970s fuel shortage. Well, instead of you deciding how much you put in your car, the government wants to set a limit on how much you can buy over a set period. No matter how much you need, what your job is, or how far you need to go. They also want to bring in 50-mile-an-hour motorways across the UK, slowing the entire network down on purpose to cut down fuel use, which means every journey is going to take longer and more of your time is going to get eaten up day after day. Under this proposal, if you rely on your car for work, let's say, you don't get to just use less. You still need to be there. So you'll be forced to stretch out a fixed fuel allowance across your entire week, deciding what journey you can make and what one you need to avoid. And if it doesn't cover it, then tough luck. Your problem, no theirs. The worst thing, instead of fixing the supply, they're just managing you and putting all the blame onto you, so they don't need to worry about it.
Hundreds of drivers have been seen queuing at petrol stations across Scotland, with many running out of fuel amid soaring prices. Prices increased to their highest level in years after the war in Iran badly disrupted the global oil supply, and drivers have been rushing to fill their tanks before prices climb any further. Huge queues have been spotted at the fuel station at Costco in Glasgow, with many pumps already empty as cars waited along the main road. Several supermarket petrol stations have also run out of petrol across Scotland over the last week.
I mean, this is just selfish. Just look
It's
at
called greed.
Just absolute desperation. I mean, we're not going to run out of fuel, love. Oh my God. Oh, so now she's going to go and pay. The stupid woman's just left the fuel.
Across the world, the same story kept repeating. Fuel stations running dry, queues stretching for miles, an entire city slowing to a crawl.
Yep, 1973 all over again.
Chat, we are cooked, bro, yeah? No fuel here, no fuel there, no fuel here, no fuel. Bro, we're literally, bro, it's getting peak out here, fam, yeah? This whole round wall, bro. No more fuel, fam, yeah? It's peak out here, man. The game's gone, bro, yeah? No more fuel. Man, we are cooked beyond belief, bro, yeah? This whole, bro, I have no words for that, yeah? Even here as well, no more fuel. Bro, no fuel anywhere. I think this is just a start, fam, yeah? The game's gone left, bro. The game's gone.
British drivers are being warned of a long-term fuel shortage as conflict in the Middle East sends prices at the pumps soaring. New figures show the gap between petrol and diesel has hit a record high. Diesel has jumped to over 181 pence a litre. That's nearly 30p more than petrol, marking the biggest price disparity we've seen in at least 20 years. The crisis is being triggered by the conflict in Iran, which is choking off vital shipping lanes in the Strait of Hormuz. Experts warn this isn't a quick fix. To keep essential services moving, the government is now being urged to look at ways to reduce national fuel consumption before supplies drop even further.
I run out of fuel, pushing the car down the hill. Oh my days, bro. 30 miles an hour, I might even get flashed with the engine off. That is nuts. Okay, can we make it to the Sainsbury's pump all the way down? We are carrying some speed in neutral. Oh my God, are we actually doing this, guys? Inshallah. Bismillah. John just dropped me off. Shout out to John. Oh my days, Sainsbury's is here. The plan was to push it all the way down here, but it's just a series of uphill and downhill. It just wasn't gonna work. God damn, man. Ah, such a peculiar day. Alright, so I topped up. Yeah, this how I know it's a scam. First of all, this jerry can, £6.25. Secondly, flipping 5 quid or something like that. No, sorry. What am I talking about? 5 quid. It's a 5 litre can. Tell me why I paid £8.90 worth of fuel and it was Sainsbury's fuel. That's like at least 6-7 litres. Are you telling me I spilled 2 litres worth of fuel? No. So I know petrol pumps are a scam, guys. Oh. Now I just gotta wait for good old John to pick us back up and take us back to the car. Hey, don't say. At least the weather's alright though. Yeah, it's nice. It was raining, it make it worse when you hit the track. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. But at the same time, everyone's out to the sun. Yeah. I think it's just down there. I think. There it is. Perfect. Thank you ever so much, John. I really appreciate it. Is it diesel or petrol? No, I'm doing. Okay, John dropped us off. Another can here. We can rip off the fuel. Guys, I'm not stupid, by the way. The car's needle said 25 miles left. So don't think I'm just an umpty, just trying to squeeze every mile. Don't get me wrong, I do that anyway. But no, today this actually was a faulty fuel gauge. The first time you ever do it. Sally, where's the key? Oh, moment of truth, lads. Is it gonna start? It was diesel, isn't it? AMGs are diesel, right? Yeah. That's why they're so slow, right? Yeah. Wait, let's prime it. We've got to prime it. Got to save the fuel pump, even though I already started it. Look at that. And the fuel needle hasn't moved. Look at this dookie car, bro. Oh, we're going straight to Sainsbury's, bro.
So this is a bit of a crazy one that I just didn't even realise was a problem until earlier this week. I was in a meeting and someone mentioned that the North Sea is running out of gas. And I just read a report from End Fuel Poverty Coalition, and we've used 86% of the gas in the North Sea already. We're down to 14%. We've only been mining there for 60 years. So at best, we've got maybe another decade of gas left. But according to this report, in 2 years, there won't be enough mineable gas left to heat every home in the UK. So we're going to increase our reliance on imports. We're already like 60% dependent on imports. They reckon we'll be closer to 70% dependent in 2 years. And by the year 2050, so in 25 years, we're going to be 94% dependent on imported gas. And that's even with approved fields, new drilling fields in the North Sea for gas. They're saying the total pocket that is left is only 14% of what we originally discovered back in the 60s, which is mad. I didn't realize this was such a big problem and that we were so low on gas. But yeah, we need to get our dependence on renewable energy sources, on electricity, up quickly. I can see why the government
and that's going to cost
pushing
even
for a 2030 deadline so quickly, because we don't have much gas left. And if we're 100% reliable on imports for gas and we're using the same amount that we are today, it's going to push our bills up really high, really, really high. So that's a scary update for you on our energy industry. The UK is running out of gas.
Okay. What they're getting ready to do, people, okay, is that they want you.
First, I want to say, Queen Red Pill, I see you in there, and thank you for the Zell. I did get it. I deeply appreciate you. Thank you.
So she finished.
And y'all, you see what's happening? They said this will ultimately be the worst energy crisis to ever happen in Europe. So France is also in the same shape as the UK. And it's going to be virtually all the nations in Europe in this same boat. And they said this summer will probably be the worst energy crisis the European continent has had in its history, because there is no gas coming. I think they said there's only one oil tanker headed to the UK. That's it. And that is not enough, especially for a whole country. It's not enough. So they're pretty much screwed. There's really not going to be much going to the UK from the Straits of Hormuz at all. Oh, no, this is coming to the US, y'all.
Yeah.
It's coming to the US as well.
Oh yeah, we know this.
It's gonna be here too. So it's just hitting Europe first, but it's gonna hit here as well. They're gonna have to ration gas in the US. Like I said, I don't understand why you can't just allow people to work from home.
And keep your gun
at the end of the day, economically, it would be more worth it.
The last time we had to do that was 73.
You know, you got to wake up. And when you get paid, you got to go driving and hunting around for a gas station, which is more than likely crowded. If they have gas, you know, it's just not worth it. And that's what they're doing over there in the UK. They said sometimes they got to drive around to several gas stations before they stumble upon one that got gas.
Yep.
And usually if it does, it's a sea of cars already there.
The gas lines. Yep. That's coming. Then they're gonna have the odd end on your license plates. What they
Oh,
did
it's definitely
today is
coming
odd,
here.
tomorrow's
And I
even.
think a lot of these people are not going to be able to handle it. They're not going to
No,
be
they
able to
won't. You're
handle
gonna
it.
have mass chaos, Lisa, honey. People gonna be getting into fights, shootouts, all that shit.
Because y'all, it's going to have an impact on everything. Not only you getting gas for your car, you got to think about the fuel that these trucks need.
Right.
Hauling all
That's
kinds
the
of
next
food
thing I
and
was gonna
goods
comment on.
across the country.
Yeah, that diesel.
So
And they
if
bumping
you're
the
going to have a
price.
hard time getting gas, these truckers are going to have a hard time getting gas too. And it's
Yes,
going
the
to
price of goods
have an
is gonna
impact
go up.
on, you know, goods
Yep.
and food and everything that you would find in the store. If they
That's what
can't,
they call
look, if there's not
macroeconomics.
enough fuel, then you're going to see the same thing that you're seeing over in Europe. They're going to ground all of these planes because there's no jet fuel.
Exactly. And then they're gonna push the sale on these damn electric cars, which is gonna be costing you six figures.
Boy,
Don't
it is going to
buy
be
the
something out
shit.
here.
If it's not essential, Shabaka, yes, don't buy this.
Well, I'm not upset
Right.
that the police car, Erica J. I ain't upset about the police cars. They need to leave us alone anyway.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be everything. Look, even the school buses.
Everything gonna be.
You know, your kids back and forth to school. Even the school buses are going to be short on gas.
Right. Having the kids going to school in the
Yes.
dark again.
You know, and think about these farm.
Yep.
All of those farm equipment, you know, tractors and everything, they run on diesel.
Yep. Chain reaction.
You know, they run on diesel, which means they're going to have a problem even doing any kind of upkeep on crops without fuel.
And then what's going to happen
well,
is
I
people.
predict by June it's going to be in many states already in double digits. It's going to be $10 and, you know, and higher.
Jesus.
In California, that's what it is now.
It is now.
Yeah.
Oh hell no! It's like it's still less than 5 years. It's like
It's going to impact everything. It's going to have a domino effect. It's going to have a domino effect on everything. I tell you what, a lot of people are going to get back on bikes again, and they're going to start walking a lot more often.
And I can't.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
well,
It's gonna hit us. Just give it a few more weeks. I think we're weeks away from that happening here in the U.S. I really do. I think we're only weeks away.
By the end of May.
And I heard New
First part of
Zealand
June
is another one that's struggling for fuel. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you so much. Let me see. Thaddeus Peterson, 1990. Thank you so much for the super chat. I guess people better start canning gasoline like veggies. Oh, yeah. You better have some backup plan.
You got to be careful with
You
that out
and
in
your
this
whole
desert. That
family
shit
better
will
have a
ignite.
backup plan.
Yep, it's volatile.
You know, you may have to tell your children you can't be taking them everywhere. So, you know, maybe they have activities that they like to do. They may have to forego those activities when things get really bad.
Right.
Well, more reason for the homeschooling now, Brother Che.
Because I
Well, they charge you
know
with chance,
in the summer, I used to
do
go
it
to
properly.
summer camp, you know, or I used to go visit my grandparents in the South. And I'm thinking, you know, if my parents were alive and I was a kid and under these circumstances, I probably would not have been able to do any of those things.
Yeah. But they sure they were here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brother Che, your generation, man. Woo, I feel for you cats.
Change for a lot of
Yeah, it's
people in
bad,
this country, and they don't even know it. They don't
Yeah.
even know it. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you so much for being here. I am working on a few things for tomorrow. So be on the lookout for my live. I do have some really good things in mind that I'm going to be talking about tomorrow. So everybody.
And I learned who put her on. I thought it was Professor Black Truth, but it was really Torian Rain. Shout out to Torian. Make sure you check him out too. He's real heavy. He did the We Fought Back series along with several other series. Shabaka, you want on mute? All right, what is your commentary, Shabaka? And what is your thoughts on a repeat of 1973?
Okay, first thing what you need to do, Brother Che, your generation, is get yourself in shape, lock and load. Is because you're going to be having a whole lot of ADWs with firearms over this damn gas. And another thing that's going to happen is that these damn electric cars that are six figures, $100,000 to buy them, they're going to go up to $200,000. Now, if the son of a bitch had any type of compassion, he would lower the price on those cars, is because the trucking industry is going to affect.
To lower to what, 50?
No, yeah, they'll say lower it to 25 if you can, is because, see, what's happening is diesel fuel is always higher than conventional gas.
Yes.
Now, the motherfucker who really needs to be hauled off in the court behind this bullshit is the chairman of British Petroleum. Okay? You see what I'm saying?
And what's his
that son
name?
of a bitch. I forgot his name, but that's the son of a bitch, man. When they had flooded the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, with the oil spill.
Right, that was British Petroleum. You see what I'm saying? Then
the
looking
reason
at
why
all
I
the
couldn't get no good seafood down there on Bourbon Street.
Right, because all that shit went up there into the bayou. You see, that's why I don't eat catfish. That's why I'm not fucking with no crustaceans.
I grew up eating all of that, Shabaka, but I hear what you're saying.
You say. Yeah, exactly. You say, so basically, people, the best thing what you would have to do is grow your own food. But the drawback on that is you got all these goddamn GMOs in the shit. You got that 4-eyed bastard Bill Gates buying up all the farmland.
Not only that, they got the monopoly on the seas. All the seas.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Brother Che.
Hold on, Shabaka. I'm trying to educate our people on something.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Monsanto Bayer got the monopoly on all the seas.
Yeah.
Are you done?
Well, and just like with Monsanto, okay, with those
that's what I'm just talking about, Shabaka. It's Monsanto Bayer. They're the ones that own all the seas.
Yeah. And then for the sake of our viewers, is there in California in the San Joaquin Valley, which is America's salad bowl, as they call it, right? When the wind blows and the spores from those Monsanto GMO plants land on the other plants, right? Those plants automatically become the property of Monsanto.
Bayer.
Yeah, Monsanto Bayer. Yes, sir. So that there is going to bring up some other shit up there in the California state legislature where they're going to drag their damn feet on. People are going to be getting paid off on that. So essentially, Brother Che, if you ever saw a movie called Soylent Green in early 19th,
there's more. There's another jabby jab.
Oh, yeah. So you already know how I feel about that, okay? It's because I got my vaccine, man, in my refrigerator. It's called Limeade.
I got mine in my hand. It's called Simply Orange.
Yeah. See, and I got the Simply Limes. Any of the Simplies, man, is good. It's organic. But I prefer the lime. You see what I'm saying? Because you got the Simply Lemonade, the Simply Orange. You see what I'm saying?
Yep, that's what I just sipped on.
Yes, sir. And then too, man, now what are these punks are going to do in the California state legislature, the Florida state legislature, and the U.S. Congress? You see what I mean?
What them punks going to do?
Yeah. They're going to shore up their own resources. No, Che, here's what they're going to do. They're going to go shore up their resources, and then they're going to declare Congress out of session.
They're going to go underground, Shabaka. They're going to that bunker.
Right. Yeah, which is the bunker. You see what I'm saying? Then they're going to leave our folks out here. You see what I mean? Believing in bullshit. You see what I'm saying? And then they're going to come talk about this all-inclusive shit. Okay? You say, and actually, Black family, if we play our cards right, we can make an economical shift, like Muhammad Ali did.
Oh shit, Black whiteness in the building. Certified salute.
Dynamite.
Power dynamite. Let me bring you in. Sorry.
Yes, sir. And then on the economical
YouTube
basis, brother
and
Chad,
saw you guys on here. What's up, brother?
Right on time, Black
Hey, Dynamite.
Black
Okay. So
Yeah,
what we
man.
have to do.
I see y'all talking about the president,
Please enjoy.
and
the
he
rest.
folded on well, I hope he folded, because you never know, because sometimes he'll say he gonna do something and don't do it. I mean, he'll say he ain't gonna do something and do it, shit like that.
Right.
Especially on this.
Right.
He said he was going to give them until 8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, he talking about destroying all the innocent people, you know, along with, I mean, if you're in a war, that's one thing, but you want to kill the hospitals and shit like that, the schools, and man, that's a war crime, you know. They're saying a war crime.
Everything he been doing since he paid office is goddamn war crime.
Yeah, but they gotta stop this shit because they can't.
Well, they already talk about invoking the 25th Amendment on his ass.
Yeah, can't let a person come in here like a baby stomping his feet and destroy a whole, he said, a whole civilization of people.
Majin Buu.
Yeah, a whole civilization of people. He don't realize there's a lot of people over here and a lot of people all over the world, you know what I mean, that are Muslim. You know, I'm not, but I'm just saying, still are. And got Middle Easterners right here.
It's 2.5 billion Christians, and it's 2.5 or 2.7 Muslims.
Yeah. How you been, Shabaka?
Oh, I've been hanging in there, Dynamite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
man.
then also, too, you got to understand, people, that all this stuff was prophesized, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. The weather,
prophecy being fulfilled.
disease, okay, natural disasters. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you got all these confused ass individuals out there shoving ketchup up the crack of their nasty, funky ass, talking about, I have to say it, talking about that they having a menstrual cycle, which is an insult to womanhood.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Say that is a direct insult to womanhood.
Trump said there's only 2 genders, and that is male and
That's
female.
the only thing I agree with that bastard with. That's it.
Well, he want to take over all these different countries. He want to take Greenland, this next, and all this, and Iceland.
He took Venezuela.
Yeah, he's saying the oil ain't that oil is crud. It would take millions of years for the oil to be worth anything, you know. It's like mud.
Yeah.
That's their only God. It's gold, oil, and drugs. That's all they care about.
Exactly. You see, and then what's happening is that fool is dipping his hands into everything. You see what I'm saying? And then, and what it is you would have to, to get things right on a political scale, you would have to have a double impeachment.
Yeah.
Talking about the gas, we was just talking about the gas prices over across the pond.
Yeah, the electric cars going up, and they was already high as shit. And I mean, you couldn't afford them already.
Exactly.
And then go even higher. That's what Shabaka was just saying.
Right. You know, it's gonna, one of them electric cars, man, is gonna be the price of a mansion of about 40 years ago. Because you get a mansion, man, for under $1 million.
If you get solar, it could, be economical. I was thinking get solar, grow your own food because they feeding us poison. So grow your own food, get solar, and gas masks, of course. Stock up on fresh bullets, old bullets, jam up. know, for real. But you never know. What's gonna happen down the road? All I know is this dude. If he can get a third term, so can Obama. Obama, save us! Obama, save us! We need him back.
Tether. No, we don't. We don't need that.
We don't need Obama back, Black Lightning, but I appreciate
Hey, we need anybody. Hey, Obama know how to talk to the Middle Easterners. That they was cool with Obama. They ain't bother Obama one bit. We get this man in there, now all of a sudden the war everywhere.
Dynamite. Obama
But
was
look, he didn't trust.
the hell out of Yemen and
but he didn't
Omar
trust. But he didn't trust
several
what's
other
his name?
Muslim countries.
Yeah, but he like he ain't mess around with Putin. You see how Putin do Trump? He go to Trump acting like he's Trump buddy, and then he give the information on the U.S. locations to Iran. Ha! And does some, and then China helping them with missiles and stuff. It's like, man, and then you got his little buddy over there. They insulted Ukraine. Ukraine could help them, but
Zelensky's a buster, man.
Yeah, but Zelensky needs us.
Yeah, they straight punked Zelensky. You know what I'm saying?
No, he fighting Russia. Russia's not no little country. You know what I mean?
Right. That's the biggest country, technically.
And he ain't messing around. He ain't gave up yet. He ain't gave up no ground yet. And neither is a lot of people might not know it, but those what do you call it? The Strait of Hormuz? How you pronounce it?
Right.
Yeah, you got it right, Hormuz.
Okay. Now it's real narrow. It's like in that movie, The 300. They could hold it because it was real narrow. You can only get so many through at a time.
It's only 50 miles wide.
Right. Now they got underground missile sites right there along the straits where you can't even see them. You can't even see that shit, and it's aimed right at the water. So they know they can't get up in there. There's no way they can get up in there. Even if they bomb it from the top, it ain't gonna do no good because they're like underground bunkers that are like ours, like Cheyenne Mountain.
Like about 35 square miles.
All the way down. And then they got these missile silos. They open up like 8 of them at a time, and them joints shoot off like they shit like the boys in the hood shooting up with a switch. They using switches on missiles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why Trump talking about, we gonna do this and gonna do that, but you're not gonna get through there. And even if you were to bomb the hell out of that country, by the time you think it's safe to go up in there, their fail switches to bomb your ass when you come through that water. From what I would think they would do.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would do. And if I could think of it, they've been thought of it.
Pretty much.
Hey, my fail switch would be like
2 weeks ceasefire. Hot off the press. 2-week ceasefire. U.S. and Israel agreed to 2 weeks Iran ceasefire.
So they say. And that's where he did it the last time he invaded a country. He'll say he's gonna do one thing and then bang, you up in there. Yeah, that's how he did Venezuela. You know, he's like, he ain't say nothing. He just got the ships in the water, you know. That should have told him something right then.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
They ready. They ain't playing. They ready. They getting help. They getting
got
back in the countries we just named. So
technology.
they're
The
serious
technology. I'm sorry. Yeah. I was saying the technology too. You know, with the technology that they're using to cut people. I mean, to cut the whole. You know, in other words, give them a blackout.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah,
Pretty
give them
much.
a blackout. And but why you want to poison the water and bomb the schools and threaten the women and children?
Because we can.
That's
Yeah.
what he's trying to genocide on that country, so he can go in there and take the resources.
Yeah.
That's the European way.
Man, but America gonna get caught up in this. It's not the as they say, the American way, to be a tyrant, to be a dictator, to be what do you call it when you go conquering other people's countries?
Imperialist.
Imperialist.
Yeah, he's an imperialist to the MAGA hat core.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then Dynamite, I've been arguing with these stupid bastards, man, on my like page, right? And so then, you know,
While
what
you're
a sister
doing
told
that,
me.
I'll move on to the next
job. Any
so it's the job market, but continue your thought, and then we're gonna get into the job market crisis.
Okay. Okay, so therefore, so what I've been doing is blocking and deleting them. You know what I'm saying? They say I've been blocking and deleting them, you know, and then on top of it as
follow,
well,
like and subscribe.
yeah, and I've been blocking all
I
idiots.
ain't deleting or blocking nobody. I'm stay on
Yeah.
their ass until they see it my way. They be like,
Okay,
oh
but see,
damn,
the
here he goes.
reason-
I make them block me, Shabaka. I'll be on their ass. I'll be on their ass. They shouldn't have never bothered me. And you know, hey, here's something funny. I went on TMZ, right? And I said, on this, I mean, they had a live going. I didn't even know they go live.
Yeah, they be live.
Yeah, Harvey and all them. I was trying my best to get their attention, right? And I ain't get their attention. I got somebody else's attention. So I got on his ass. No, I was just saying that I was joking. I was saying JD Vance, well, you know, so they say, I don't know. JD Vance looked like he hitting on Erica Trump.
Look like.
So I said JD Vance is dating Erica Trump. And then this guy, I ain't gonna say his name on here because I don't want to make him no more famous than I did on there. But he say something like disgusting or something. And I said, oh, my bad. She's not saying JD Vance, she's saying, and I said his name. But he started cracking up on that shit, and he said, proceed. And then, no, I told him, here's what I told him. I said, well, if I can't, I said, well, I'm the world's greatest comedian. If I can't joke about JD Vance, I'm going to get on Ed's ass. Oops, I didn't mean to say your name, Ed. I said, I'm going to get on his ass. You know, if I can't get on JD Vance, he say, proceed. I was trying to get TMZ's attention.
No.
So that
stay away from TMZ.
I want their attention, man. They can get me on there. They can say, look here, Black Lightning, can you tell us all about it? And I say, I'll tell you all about it.
Dynamite. That's like talking.
I got to get on TMZ. Y'all might not want to go on TMZ, but I do. I'm going to be right in between Harvey and I'm going to be right in the middle. I'm going to say, now look here, fellas, I'm going to tell y'all all about it. Sit down. Now, here's what happened. I don't know shit.
Dynamite. Listen to me when I tell you this. Listen to me very carefully when I tell you this, Dynamite, okay?
What y'all don't like TMZ?
Hell no. I don't like the police. I don't like the FBI.
What, Shabaka? What's wrong with
like the CIA. I don't like none of that shit.
Okay, I was doing a live feed from Hollywood Boulevard. Okay, Brother Che was looking at it. I went by TMZ.
Okay.
TMZ, Che told me, man, avoid them like the damn plague, because I did my live feed right there in front of the Grauman's Chinese Theater, or the Chinese theater there in Hollywood, on Hollywood. It was built there since 1926, where they got all the footprints.
You should have interviewed one of them guys, man.
Hell no.
Okay.
I want them to interview me. They paying money. I hope.
Okay, but hold on, Dynamite. Here's one thing you got to understand.
Oh, they're making famous. Or they're making famous, one or the other, so it's good.
But what they're gonna do, Dynamite, they're gonna come up to you. They're gonna say, Dynamite Light, and you're gonna say, yo, I'm Dynamite. Hey, man, we want to put you up here on mainstream TV.
I'll tell you all about it. I'll tell you all about it. Here's what happened.
But here's what they're gonna do, Dynamite. They're gonna come up to you, okay? Because see, I've cussed these people out before living in Los Angeles, right? Well, Dynamite, we can't pay you no money, Dynamite, but we can give you some exposure.
That'll work. That'll work for me. That'll work for me. I'll tell you now. Hell yeah. I'll be on TMZ. I'll be on TMZ the one day, and all our shit going viral after that. Hell yeah, we're gonna be like Charleston White after that.
Okay, but Dynamite, but they ain't gonna give you the money, man, because see what you gotta do when they present you with that contract, man, you got to get next to Brother Che or somebody, man, with some all
they gotta do is get on there and tell the world my Cash App. And I tell the world why. I say these rich ass motherfuckers that got all this money won't give me no money to come on here and tell y'all what happened. So here's first thing I need y'all to do is go to $Blacc Ophenum #1, and then I go from there. That's what I would do.
Okay, but Dynamite, what they're gonna do, they're gonna put a stipulation in the contract, sir, where you cannot do that. See, these are some shiesty bastards.
I'm like, too late. If it's live, it's live. Too late. You can't end live. Fuck that. It's too late. They be like, you're fired. I'm like, motherfucker, you ain't paying me shit. How you gonna fire motherfucker when you ain't paying? How in the hell do you fire somebody that you ain't paying? I'll make that shit go viral. They'll be calling me the next day. Excuse me, Mr. Lightning, can you come back on? Hell no. How much y'all? I'll hang up on them. Yeah, how much y'all paying?
Dynamite, but what they're gonna do? Okay, it's like
let me pay the second time. The second time they'll pay.
Okay, but hold on, Dynamite. What you got to do, Dynamite, when they come to you with that contract, you got to get that motherfucker before a lawyer up there in Century City, in the Twin Towers, the Century City Towers, because that's where all the entertainment lawyers are. You say, and it's going to be a grind, man. You want to knock on the door, speak to them entertainment lawyers and say, look, man, get me paid off of this, right? Then what
man, I'm going to grab Harvey by the, around like I'm his buddy. And I'm going to say, Harvey, write the check.
No.
Write the check, Harvey. Write the check. You write the check now, Harvey. Or I'm not going to let you go. Write that goddamn check.
Money, Dynamite.
I did. So write me a check.
Give you a charge too on top.
Oh, that's right. That's what Pooh Shiesty did.
Okay, but hold on, though, Dynamite.
Exactly.
Yeah, I better not do that.
In jail in New York.
I tell him, look here, man. I'm gonna do you a nice broadcast. We going viral. Give me $50,000.
He ain't gonna give it.
And they'll look at me and say $50,000. Like, goddamn. I said, all right, give me 20. Give me $20,000. I get to negotiating like a mother.
They broke Weinstein, Dynamite. That's what I'm
telling you. Like, how much did you give him? $5. But he gonna be famous.
Okay, but hold on, Dynamite. When I was younger, man, when I was in Hollywood,
Can you send me the link? Because I want to send it out to some people like Black Joe.
Oh, yeah. Let's get Black Joe up here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he probably won't be on stage, but he'll be backstage. saying stuff
Okay.
to make a lot of sense.
Alrighty.
Like stay
while you're doing that,
stay clapped or get strapped.
You want me to put it in the private chat?
Yeah. Well, send
put
it to me. Yeah, no, I was just sending it to me on my phone.
Oh, I got to pull it up on my phone to do that.
Okay, but the number's $1-800 joke. You got that?
okay, but what I'm trying to
It's in the
explain to
private
y'all.
chat.
Yeah, no, don't put it in the chat.
No, it's in the private chat.
Yeah, send it to me. How am I get it out the chat? Do I copy it out the chat? Okay.
Yeah, you could do that. Yes, sir. You can.
Okay. See, I'm not good with this new technology.
Okay,
Knowledge.
I don't blame you. Yeah, that's
I
exactly
really
what it is.
am,
But
I really
got to do, what you got to do with that contract,
He hit
y'all.
the back button now. He'll be
Okay.
back.
Okay.
But I got to
but
get
what
to
you
this
got to-
clip. Finish your thought and I'll play this clip.
Okay, so what you got to do, people, you got to take that contract to an entertainment lawyer. You see what I'm saying? And have them go over it because it's going to be ambiguous, okay? Because they figure that you're out there in Hollywood, you ain't never been there before, so they're going to promise you all this shit that ain't going to happen, and you're going to wind up owing them. We'll see there's Dynamite.
Sorry about that, y'all. See, I told you I wasn't good with that. I tried to tap the link and it took me out the studio.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Just send it to my phone, then I can send it to them.
I'll have to copy it somehow.
Get Werewolf. Get everybody up in here. We need all the cast. We need all the usual suspects. Round them up.
Hold on, Dynamite.
We're
Hold
gonna
on,
be
Dynamite.
like the Keystone Cops. We're gonna be on their ass. Let me calm down.
Link.
Yeah, okay, hold on, okay, because what I'm going to do, I'm putting Dynamite up on Facebook right now. Hold on, Dynamite.
Wait a minute, I'm not on Facebook. I'm on the phone.
But what app
I know you are, but what I'm going to do,
It's on Streamyard.
but what it is,
I know, but
Dynamite,
you know I don't
send
use
it to you.
Facebook. You know I don't use Facebook, Shabaka.
So how can he get you the link?
To my phone. Anybody that know me know I don't use Facebook. If they try to contact me on there, it'd be like, man, you come out better. Just email me.
Email it to him.
No, it's already in my email. I don't know how to copy it out of there.
You don't know how to copy it out of the email?
No,
I
hold on, Dynamite.
I couldn't copy it
Okay.
out the email.
Okay, Dynamite.
Yes,
I just
sir.
sent you the link, man, on your on Messenger on Facebook. You got
I
it.
don't use Messenger.
You got
I
to text it.
don't
directly.
have Messenger. I don't use it.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. Hold on, Dynamite.
Somebody tried to call me on Messenger. Matter of fact, I'll tell you why you looking that up. But yeah, send it to my phone. It'd probably be quicker if you do it, Shaq. But while y'all doing that, was gonna tell you why.
Hold on,
But,
Dynamite. Hold on, Dynamite.
It was it's like Memoirs of Black Panther.
Yeah.
What was it was good thing, but some people, some brothers and sisters, they were contacting me from Africa because they wanted to recruit under me because they was watching all this Black Panther work that we've been doing, and they wanted to recruit. And they was like, and I'm like, but by their time frame, I don't know what time it was, but it was, golly, the sun hadn't even come up yet. And usually I don't respond well with lack of sleep, no coffee, and the sun ain't even up. But since they was for real about it, I went on ahead and dealt with it, got on up. But after that, I'm like, man, I ain't got no messenger. Sorry. It was just too early for me. That's all. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah,
But they was up very good. They was like, I was like, I ain't know if it was for real or not. I said, how many of y'all is it? It was about, I don't know, about 100 and something, right? I was like, what? For real? And I said, well, let me hear y'all say Black Power, right? So many people said Black Power. I was like, oh, it's time for me to get up and get my coffee. They is on it. They all said Black Power. I was like, ooh, wee. That shook the coast. Good Lord. But I got them all in. I contacted Sheikh Imam Akbar. And
Okay, just
and,
send to you on the phone, Dynamite.
okay, that's good. But I contact them. And the next thing you know, they sent me a picture. They sent me a picture of like a whole village full of people with Black Panther shirts on. You know, I just had to leave it on that. Black Power. Okay, did I get it?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah,
All right, I gotta play this
you
clip.
All right.
I'm texting you the link now.
Oh.
Okay, and let's see, because see, man, they really are messing with us with this crap, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they really is. You know.
So Lisa gonna give us an update.
But
on
the bottom
job market
line,
prices.
do you know college students that are about to graduate next month are being posted later on today? So everybody, we're going to talk about, the job market is still poor. There are millions. I mean, the number is
gotta
growing.
make your own jobs, honey.
Every single day of the unemployed in this country. And
You
Donald
gotta
Trump
make your
has
own
absolutely
jobs,
no
Lisa.
interest in the job market. His mind is on the war.
Hey, Fresh.
And he doesn't even talk about the job market like a president should. You know, if your people are unemployed in big numbers, that's a problem. And you no longer, the last time he spoke about it, he tried to put it on Joe Biden. Joe Biden is not the president. Donald Trump, you are the president. So whatever happens from this point on is your fault. And the jobless rate is higher under Donald Trump than it was under Joe Biden. He won't even discuss this. He won't talk about, since we've been in 2026, Donald Trump don't even open his mouth to mention the job market out here at all. He knows how bad it is. That's why he won't talk about it. But the bottom line, do you know college students that are about to graduate next month are being told not to expect to get a job?
Yeah.
This is
Then
what
you
they're
gotta
telling
make you a
these
job,
students.
honey.
After going through 4 years or possibly more, especially if they went to medical school or law school, they're telling them not to expect to get a job. That's how bad the job market is right now. That is absolutely
you got to
insane.
create
You know how
one,
much
honey,
debt
and you
they're
got to
in,
be
and
innovative.
they won't be able to get a job anytime soon. I think that is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, shit.
And I would not be surprised, y'all, in the next year or so, the enrollment is going to be almost dead in this country. Nobody is going to accept being in all this debt, and they cannot land employment because the job market is that bad. In fact, there's more people losing jobs than getting hired.
Breeze in the building.
And so you're just going to hear more people in 2026 tell you they have put in hundreds of applications and cannot get hired.
I'm up here looking at
Even for
Laura Coates'
jobs
fine ass for a
they're
second.
overqualified for. They can't get a job nowhere. And it continuously get worse. But see, in these final days, you're not going to need a lot of people to be employed because America's on its way out. And a lot of people see this. In fact, if you go out on TikTok, and I might do this one, if you say America is collapsing, it's like a flood of videos coming up. Since this war, I think this war has really changed the tone for many people that used to one time sound hopeful about this country and turning things around, now don't see that anymore. And we definitely, I don't see that in Donald Trump. I don't believe Donald Trump has the potential or the know-how to turn this place around. He can't do it, y'all. He's not capable of doing it. That's why he is focused on the war and not, on these high gas prices. He really don't care. He feels like that's just something you need to do. Just deal with these high gas prices out here. But he's not talking about, I'm going to lower the prices or I'm going to do this. I mean,
happy to hear that.
The groceries are going up. Just everything in general is going to have that domino effect. And anticipate the shelves being empty. They said hardly no ships are coming over here from China now. Hardly no ships are coming. And we know what that means. That means empty shelves are coming. Probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to start seeing the empty shelves again.
No, you're going to start seeing them within the next week,
prices go up, you're going to see less flights in the country. It's already happening. If there's not enough jet fuel, they're going to cancel all of these flights.
It's starting to look like that too.
So,
yeah,
I have a feeling we're going to be in for something this coming summer. I really do. I think that
it's going to be bad.
People are not, you can say prepare for this, prepare for that. Yeah. There's only so much preparing you can do as a person. You can try to do things, but if you're already not working with much, I don't know how you're going to do it. And with unemployment being high, if people can't find work, how are they going to pay rent? How are they going to pay their bills or a car note? Or
on my Facebook too.
They won't be able to do it. You're going to have a lot of people falling by the wayside. As these gas prices go up, they're just going to park their car and not use it. They aren't. What other choice are they going to have if they can't afford the gas?
Hey, can you pause that for a minute?
That's going to happen. You're going to see a lot of people parking that car. Or if you're a 2-car family.
Go ahead, Donna Mike. What's your question?
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I know y'all be like sharing, like when you come on mine, share on your page. How do I just share on my page from here?
From
the
here?
3 dots at the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay. And
where
then
you see a little man with the plus sign?
No, I don't see that.
At the very bottom.
I see the 3 dots and I see the hello symbol. And the arrow probably make me leave again.
Okay.
The comment.
Hit the 3 dots.
Settings. Okay. Camera and audio. That's it.
See nothing that looks like a sheriff symbol.
A sheriff symbol?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it looked like a bubble for talking. Let me hit it. See what that does. That says start the connection, studio chat. Oh, no. All right, never mind. I'll figure another way out. No.
I'll put it in a private chat. You just got to copy it from the private chat.
Okay. All right. That'll work. All right. That's probably what I was looking at, the private chat, studio chat. Let me see. Oh, shoot. I didn't see all this. Okay. You just put that in there? As I was getting more jobs I could accept. Oh, that's somebody else.
Yeah, you're looking at the actual chat to the show.
Okay, all right. No, I got it now. I got it.
17%.
Okay, I'm gonna copy that. All right.
That's at 17%.
All right, brother, you can play it. I got
17%.
Oh, okay.
What? Yeah, you gonna go down to one car? Seriously, especially if you got to save the best.
My viewership.
A lot of people.
Oh shit! I better get off of here. Maybe I went down. I'm sorry.
Not going to have a choice.
Okay,
and you got to.
All right, I'll leave. If everybody want me to leave, put a 1 in the comments.
No, Dynamite. No,
but it's up to the people. Put a 1 in the comments if it's
may
me.
Not be open this year because of all
I'm
the
trying to make it more interesting.
Because they usually take those children on field trips and everything.
This is what I be doing on mine. It'd be crazy.
They may not be able to do all those activities again. So.
I be using all them sound effects. You got them sound effects on yours?
Even if this war
Yo, Lady
ends
Chase.
right now, because I think we're in
you don't have
week
it on
5
yours?
of it. Even if it ends right
Use the
now,
verb,
y'all,
wait a minute.
America is never going to be the same. It's never going to be the same here. And the fuel prices are not going to go down. I mean,
gotta get
even if they
electric bike,
announce the war is over
battery operated
tomorrow,
bike.
the fuel
That's all you
prices are
need.
not going to go down.
An
And
extra
the price
battery,
is
you're
gonna
good to
go
They're
up
go.
not
on
going to
that.
go down.
Huh?
And the price is gonna go up
And
on that.
this place
Oh, too late. I'm already ahead of the
has
game.
fallen so much
Okay, Joe's in the
in just
chat.
a
Hey,
short
Joe.
period of time.
What up, Joe?
Not coming back, y'all.
Let me drop
What
the link for
people
Joe.
knew as normal, that normal is not
Okay, let
coming
me
back.
see if I can
It
go on my
isn't.
Facebook and drop what you gave
I
me.
think the
All right.
damage is done.
Oh, if they do
It
it
is
EMS,
now
yeah, that'll be
beyond
done. That's true.
repair at this point.
That is
And
true, Black Joe.
Donald Trump can't do anything to fix what he broke.
No,
You
he
know,
ain't.
he can't
He
fix
was there
it.
to sabotage it.
And we already
Just
know
Black
America is insolvent. That does not,
Like,
even stopping the war is not going to fix all the debt
just Black Joe.
that this country is in. The country
Put the
don't have enough money to pay
put
off
the link
its
for the
debt. So
YouTube
essentially,
on my
America's
Facebook.
bankrupt.
Okay.
And ending
I
the
want
war is
everybody to
not going to
subscribe,
fix
like,
it.
and do something
It's not
else.
going to fix
Yeah, but
Follow.
we're not, Dynamite. We're on a free plan, so we can only have 6 people up here.
Okay.
So
Well,
we can only
I'll,
have
I'll
2
leave.
people. No, if it come down to that, but you don't have to leave, Dynamite.
I sacrifice. I throw myself on the mercy of the court.
Well, get
I
prepared
need
to
a
watch
laugh
some
track or something, man. Y'all ain't got no sound effects. I'll be using all those sound effects. After something like that, you're supposed to use the gong. And that's when the mall jumpers out of here. You're out of here. Hit the gong on their ass. If they cuss. No goddamn cussing. Oops, my bad.
Too late. There it is.
I'm on it. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what happened. What's her name? Christy Nome. She was shipped out. You know, what's that little ranch they got out there in Nevada?
The Bunny
Shabak.
Ranch.
What? The Mustang Ranch.
Is that the name of it? How much it costs to get in, Shabak? I'm just kidding, Shabak. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
The Bunny Ranch.
Salute, Black Joe.
Well, she was shipped off to the ranch, but it wasn't the Bunny Ranch. What's the name of the Mustang Ranch?
Yeah. Yeah, that's where your boy Oscar Bonavina got shot and killed too, man, about 40 years ago.
Really? At the Mustang Ranch?
Hell yeah.
Damn. So that's where they, I think, what's the name? Trump said he was now he didn't actually fire Pam Bondi. See, a lot of people got it mixed up. She didn't get fired. She was just moved around. She's going in the private industry. I figured she's going to the ranch. Pam, you're going to the ranch. That's what Trump told her. You know, he was in the limousine when he fired Cindy. That's the truth. He was in the
what
limo.
it is
Go ahead, Black Joe.
what it is
what up, Joe?
It's hierarchy. If I'm at the head of the totem pole and I give you a command and you go against my command and you're being deceitful behind my back, well, you lose your position. That's all that is.
Right.
Oh yeah, but you know he fired her in the limo. He was on his way somewhere, right? He got her up close and personal, right?
Why wait around? Why beat around? Why not? Why not be up close and personal with somebody that's being insubordinate? I know many people that got fired from their jobs for insubordination.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like call Pam Bondi to my office. Pamela, you're fired. bitch. Get the fuck out
No,
of here.
it's like you steady going on the news doing these interviews and talking all this little underhanded stuff, and you supposed to be on the program and under our covering. So now you're not under our covering. Go over there with the socialists.
Yep. But he did it in the limo. That's like gangster. You know, it's like, come over here and sit next to me, pal. Guess what? You're going to the ranch. And you know, I think he sent him to the ranch.
Yeah. No, man. You take you look, if it's a woman, right? You wine her, you dine her, you take her to the nicest places, you take her to a nice house, you lay her down. But what do you do for the unsavory, the 304s and the Bs? You knock them off in the car and you drop them off. Boom.
Right.
Oh, now, Pam, by the way. You know, God. It's like,
Right,
God,
so
wait. That's Charles Black. Trump, you can at least told it first. No. My comedy for the evening. I'm done. I'm about to leave anyway. Hit the gong when I leave, too, by the way. You got the gong ready?
Bring some ha to the game.
Hey, you got the gong ready? You got the gong? Hit the gong. I want to make sure you got it. You turn the volume up a little bit. Can't hardly hear it. You got the audience, the whole audience. That's perfect. Now you got the applause ready, right? Thank you very much. Welcome to Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced. And go for it, Shay. I'm out of here.
All right, thank you, Dynamite.
Job market. It's not going to fix the food prices. It's not going to fix anything at this point. So y'all, let me go ahead and share my screen so we can get started. Yeah. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. But you know what gets me is the amount of white people that can't get jobs, y'all. In my lifetime, I have never seen that. Even during a recession, they'll keep each other working, but they'll let our people go. You know, and then when the recession seems like it's about to end, that's when they'll start rehiring our people. That's usually how they do it. They'll keep each other going. They don't care about us. They don't care if any of us are struggling or unemployed. And that's the way it's been the entire time through every single recession. They'll make sure they are working, but screw everybody else. But this time around, y'all, the game has changed. It has changed because many of them, and I never thought I would see a day where a white person couldn't get a job in America. But these are the times we're in. These folks can't get jobs. It don't matter whether they're young or a more experienced older worker. It don't matter. These white folks cannot get jobs.
A job, Lisa,
they
honey.
can't get jobs. They can't. Many of them will tell you they can't even get an interview. I never thought I would see this day come, but it is here. It's here. Thank you for the ones, everybody.
Yeah, Joe, you're right. If you're not in labor or science, technology, or engineering or mathematics, you're basically cooked.
Looking for a job is one of the worst things ever. Because what do you mean I can't get a job at Walgreens? You know, I'm sitting here, I'll be scrolling through, I'll be doing like 20 applications at a time, you know, sometimes, depending on how many things are open. And you know what? None of them get back to me. And if they do, they're like,
we're sorry, but we already found someone.
I know that you found someone because I replied to you like 3 weeks ago and you didn't give me an answer. You didn't call me back. You didn't do nothing. And when I do call someone about a job, they act like it's the most annoying thing in the world. Hey, I was letting you know that I applied like a week ago and
yeah, thanks. We'll look at your application again.
And then you never hear back from them because they don't care and they don't want you. I just want money, man. I need to pay rent and stuff. And
exactly.
I've been a useless bum for the last 2 months.
That's why you got to create your own fucking job,
and I can't
homie.
because nobody will hire me. And I have experience. It's not like I don't have experience. I've worked at 3 different places. Not that I have a ton of experience, but I have enough to where I can build my resume to a decent point so that, you know, I kind of have something in a little bit of everything. The only thing I haven't worked is fast food. Or the worst part is you actually get an interview after forever. And then you sit down, and after the interview, they're like,
yeah, we'll give you a call back if we're interested.
And they are not calling your ass back because they are not going to hire you. Did you apply here? Did you apply there?
Yes. I applied everywhere.
It's really nice to wake up in the mornings, look at my email, and then I'll just scroll and I'll see.
Fuck you.
I just got laid off. I just got laid off. I thought 2026 was going to be my year. Now I'm unemployed.
Didn't make you a job, honey. Shit.
Like, it's a prank.
Thanks.
Am I missing something? Like what? I don't even know how I feel. Anger, I'm sad.
Exactly, Joe.
Scared.
Yep.
This
Nepotism
dog
is
fell into my
dying.
lap when I was desperate, when I really needed it. So I gave it my all, needed all my energy. I spent so much time learning and perfecting the craft so that I could be good at what I do.
I just wanted to address what you wrote, Cassandra Walker, 8902. You said you live in Las Vegas and Hispanics can find work. That's because Hispanics will work for $2 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care. They will cheapen their experience and self-worth. They don't care.
But they'll put 4 and 5
I'm not
families in the
surprised about
same
that.
goddamn house and pull.
If there's a
Black
job
folk don't do
for
that.
$50,000 a year, a Hispanic will go up in there and tell them they'll do it for 30. I've seen and heard about things like that. They will do
Yeah,
that.
particularly out here in the wild,
And
wild
who's
west.
not going to hire you if you're willing to work for less? That's the only reason why they're being grabbed up. They're idiots. They will work for $1 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, yeah, they're the only ones getting hired because they will cheapen their self-worth and don't care.
Well, in Maslow's hierarchies of needs.
I have seen that where a job, let's say, is 45 a year. They'll go up in there and tell them, oh, if you hire me, I'll work for 35 a year. So of course they're going to hire them. They don't have to pay as much for the job. They're going to get the same job for $10,000 less.
Yep.
That's the only reason why they get the job. You know, it's
Exactly.
not because they're better workers. It's because they will cheapen their self-worth
Right.
to get a job.
Right.
You know,
And then when his
us,
broke
we've
ass
been
gets
up
up
in
to
here
my
for way
age,
too long.
they'll
We ain't
kick his
having
ass
it.
out to the
You
street.
gonna pay us what we're worth. That's how we see it. You gonna pay.
That's exactly what.
But that's how they are. All right, let's get back to this.
But while giving it everything, I lost myself. Like, I became a robot. Like, I would just show up. I would dread every single day. Mondays, my worst enemy. I fucking
sister,
dreaded that
quit
day, pretending I
crying.
was okay, but I would really just go on break quickly and go cry in the bathroom. And yes, I told my managers, they were very aware of how I was feeling. They saw my downfall compared to when I first started to now. Like, I was miserable at that job, but at the end of the day, the bills still gotta get paid. Life goes on. I don't know if it's like a trauma bond or something, but it's scary. Like, what the fuck is happening right now? I'm like speechless. Like, I can't even believe that this is happening right now. I have no job. I have no source of income. I'm fucked.
Sis, you better get your ass out there and make
What
you a
is actually
goddamn
happening? I
job
know
because that's what the
that
fuck
everything
I'm up
happens for a
against.
reason. Trying to stay
I ain't
positive.
gonna sit up here
Telling
standing
you
here
this is what was meant to
wimping.
happen. This is
The
what was
vocal
meant to
words
happen.
of the great Joe
2026.
Frazier,
The
just
year
one
that
more
Leah is
round,
ready
boss.
to go all in.
Ain't
No
nobody gonna
excuses,
give your
no
ass
fuckery.
shit, sister.
And I lose my job. It's like a weird, like, roller coaster of emotions because I hated that routine that I was just stuck in where I did nothing but live for that job. I woke up last minute, did nothing with my mornings 80% of the time, would skip breakfast because of how late I woke up, would show up at the office and be miserable from 9 to 5, and then come home, eat supper, shower, sleep, repeat. Like, I have no life. All of 2025, I've spent it isolating myself. I haven't been spending time with my friends. I haven't been seeing family. I haven't been doing anything for myself. I don't have any hobbies. Other than creating content, what have I been doing? Nothing. I've been living for this job.
And you ain't getting paid for the fucking content, lady, and they ain't gonna pay you for it.
Just like that. Cheers to being unemployed.
Shit, what the fuck you think we've been trying to do a bit for the last 10 goddamn years?
This might be the fastest job shift we've ever seen, and it's already happening. AI is starting to replace real jobs from cashiers to office work because it's cheaper, faster, and doesn't need breaks.
Working no
And the scary
goddamn
part
cash
is,
box
this is just the
ain't no
beginning.
motherfucker
So the real
gonna stick a
question
gun in
is,
my
who's
face
actually
for somebody
safe?
else's money.
After applying
Fuck
for over
that.
324 jobs, getting 11 interviews and 0 job acceptance letters back, I'm convinced I'm going to be homeless in a year. And the worst part is I am over $120,000 in debt because society says you're supposed to get a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. Well, I got both, and I have fucking nothing. Do you know how embarrassing it is to go back to the same job you used to work at in high school 6 years later in life? It's embarrassing. The same manager, the same 40 and 50-year-olds that used to work there are still there, and now I'm fucking going back. Please tell me, what are you doing to make money in this economy? What side hustles, what jobs are you applying for? What are you doing to scrape by? Because the only reason I'm able to even pay my rent each month is because of the ClaimWise app. Your boy needs some help.
The job market in 2026 is complete shit. I know of so many people out here that are trying to find work, including myself, and no one will hire us. AI is slowly but surely going to take over, and within the next couple of years, they're most likely going to 100% replace all of us.
They're going to be
And it's
making
like a lot of us
robots for it.
of not really seeing the point. You know, if we like work
And
a
that's
job,
why I don't tip
we're just
robots
going to
in
be
restaurants.
trapped in this endless cycle of pain and misery.
Motherfucking robot come up to me here, Black Joe in Las Vegas.
Brought this up.
Yeah, I need
Another
tip. I said,
reason
robot,
why
fuck you.
A lot of people are not getting jobs, y'all, because
I paid the
HR
bill
is
for the
now
meal, but I ain't giving no
letting
damn
AI
robot no damn tip.
choose through all
Is
of the
you
resumes
crazy?
and applications. It's not a human being doing it
Then I
anymore.
go down here and see
Now,
punk
when
ass
you put
Chumley's
an
ass crew
application in, it
with a
goes
1940
through the
wheat
AI,
straw pen, and they telling
and
me that
a
I need
lot
to give
of
it to them.
applicants get kicked out.
And I said, you have
So
a nice
it's not
day,
a
cat.
person choosing anymore.
Then even
So
offer me
you got
$2 for the
to be able
motherfucker.
to
Oh, you need to give it
write
to
your
him.
resume and fill out those applications in a way
Is you
where
crazy?
the AI will recognize it. If not, you're never going to get chosen for a job. They don't have people reviewing like they used to. They now heavily rely on AI. I just wanted to tell you. Let's go on.
That's interesting. That just brought me up to
Free
an
and
early
poverty.
episode of the
A lot of
Twilight
us
Zone.
have kind of just gotten to a point where we're saying screw it, doing our own thing, trying to figure out other ways to make money, other ways to make income, hanging by a thread, and just trusting that the universe is somehow going to guide us through all of this. Because after you spend a majority of your time on Indeed, putting in job applications, going through all these interview processes, and you never hear back from anybody, it just kind of makes you lose hope. And after you go through all these interviews and they offer you like $14 an hour starting out, knowing it doesn't match the astronomically high cost of living, it genuinely makes you question, what is the point?
Hiring rate is the worst since the COVID pandemic. February 2026 had the worst hiring rate since the COVID pandemic. February 2026. March 2026 will be worse. Every month will be worse. We are in a stagnant job market. People are not hiring. They are not creating jobs, and we have more people unemployed than jobs available. Warning, warning, warning. We are in an economic crisis. Our economy is collapsing every single day. If you found this post sad but informative,
it's
please
not
like, comment,
collapsing.
follow, and
The
share
motherfucker
for
already
more economic
collapsed.
news.
I think I'm about to get laid off.
The
Right.
bridge
I have something to
collapsed.
say, just because I've been watching videos of people literally getting laid off by email, getting laid off basically also in the same way that I
Exactly,
did,
Joe.
where they're just
Exactly.
like, yeah,
That's
you've
what
done
fucked up
really
the
great
economy
work,
in California. They
but
moved
this
all
is a
the
100%
manufacturing jobs
financial
to China.
decision.
Blame George
We
W.
don't want to
Bush
pay you
Jr.
anymore.
for that.
And if I've learned anything over the last 6 months of being unemployed, which is the longest I've been unemployed in my life, when I was at a month, that was also the longest I've been unemployed in my life.
Bush Jr.
And the thing that I'm coming around to now, after all this time, is that this is not the economy. This is not the job market that it was 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 6 months ago. It's something completely different.
That damn meth
And
with your crazy
for
looking
someone
ass.
that spent months and months applying to hundreds of jobs, and not just like mass applying, like carefully, meticulously applying to every single job that I was
It's
qualified
the
for.
same
which is a
job
lot.
market.
I am
It's just a
qualified to do
merit-based economy
Right,
now.
hire me or don't. That's what everyone else does, is just not. But that taught me that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm stressing myself out for literally no reason. I could have applied to 5 jobs a day, and I'd probably still be sitting here right now and could have been enjoying my life and finding other hobbies and doing other things the rest of the time. I did a little bit of that, but I have a family. I am singularly focused on making a living and trying to do other streams of income and trying to pivot. And I think I just need to put more time into the pivot and the enjoying.
Get off them goddamn drugs.
Y'all, literally, this was our people back in the day. I remember back in the 80s and 90s when our people would be unemployed, a lot of the women would sell Avon and just have little side gigs, or Mary Kay. It was a lot. It was a lot of sisters around me that sold Mary Kay. They sold Avon, and all kinds of things, just to have that little side money during the times they were unemployed. Y'all remember that? They would hand you the Avon book, or Mary Kay, and you would go through, and a lot of times I would buy it because I knew the sister would be struggling, and I just wanted to help a little bit, even if it was a little. So even though sometimes I didn't even need the Avon or the Mary Kay, I would buy it anyway, just that, because I knew this was a sister, sometimes without a job, and that was all they were doing at the time. Now listen to this woman. Oh, I guess I can do this and do that. I never heard them talk like that before. You know why? Because people like her would always be gainfully employed.
Always.
They could get a job within a few days after getting fired or let go or laid off. But as you can see, it's not like that anymore. Like I remember,
exactly,
women like her, you would never hear them struggling to get a job, ever. Never. But look at how they sound now. They sound just like our people back in the 80s and 90s when they would get let go, but they still had that little side gig going, and that's how she sounds.
That's
now.
it. That's it, Black John.
The tables have turned. They have definitely turned.
Yeah.
The tables have turned.
Yeah. Okay, now on what Joe was saying right here.
My life part at this point, because even companies that are hiring humans back are doing it for way less money. And I don't know if anybody else has been in the world right now, but everything is more expensive. So how anybody thinks this infrastructure is sustainable is completely out of touch, and obviously doesn't need to worry about it because they're filthy rich. So let's just let the cards fall where they may and do what we can.
Honestly, at this point, applying for the job is the same lottery system as posting a piece of content and just trying to sell something. Like, I'm not kidding. I know someone who has put in 750 applications and is still trying to land a job. I know somebody like a year and a half ago who finally landed a job after they put in like 650 applications. It was just like the lottery system. She was like, I'm just hoping to get past interview 1, 2, 3, and 4 and see if I'm qualified enough to get a job. I'm like 750 pieces of content, and if 100 of them actually convert to sell your product, you might make what you made at your job. And you could do both. You can apply for the jobs and post the content. Like, you might as well. This point, I mean, some of you guys have been out of work for 6 months. You might as well start seeing if you need to start pursuing those passions, selling some digital products, communities on school or something. You know what I'm saying? It's the same lottery system.
Why is it so hard to find a job in 2026? I don't care if you just graduated college. I don't care if you just graduated high school or you're in high school. But they make it so difficult. You got to go through 2-3 interviews.
Hey guys, happy Sunday from your favorite unemployed bestie. I never thought at 30 years old I'd be saying that. I've always had a job, but listen, it's 2026. I have no idea where my life is headed. I'm trusting God's plan that we're making big moves. So I just figured I'd make this and hopefully the right people
it is wasted
will
on
find
the
it and let this be something we can use to
Lady,
encourage
you've
people
been a
and
fantasy
encourage
island with
others in the
Mr.
comment
Roy.
section of
My
I'm
God.
going through this too, or maybe this can be something that
Be
we can
blank,
network. I'm
be
not always going to
blank.
proclaim this over myself that I'm unemployed, but it's Easter Sunday. I have a lot of freedom right now. I don't know what my next move is. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with my life.
Where's
but,
Sister's hairline?
It's just, life is funny in the way that it causes you to reflect, and I'm not where I wanted to be in terms of career, relationships, finances, all those things.
Yeah,
but
you're right,
I
Joe.
know that I'm not the only person feeling like this. So
Yeah, and them
I don't really use
T-Prams as well,
TikTok.
too.
I feel like my favorite app is Pinterest because I don't have to be social, but just using this and hopefully the right people find me, and maybe I'll post about other things. All right, bye.
Yeah, you're gonna get approached
I
about
get an
some
email
work,
back
all
today.
right, lady.
Be like, sorry, you're not qualified.
Rather ranch in Reno.
I'm actually overqualified for this role. Everything you're asking me
Black
in this
Joe,
role,
yeah,
I have
Uber,
done.
man, them
tenfold.
gig jobs
And you're
wasn't
saying that
nothing
I'm
because I used to do
underqualified.
DoorDash. And the last DoorDash I did,
I don't know
I
what to
went
do.
cuss
Like,
motherfucking
society is fucked.
And I was
No matter what I apply for, I can't get a role. I can't get an interview. If I do get an interview, it's great, and they interview me to say, or they email me to say that they enjoy having me as an interview. You are outstanding and all this stuff, but we're going to go internal, which is great. Fantastic. Go internal.
And then what you do later with that person that sent you that email, you delete and block his ass because he's getting ready to spam you.
Crystal can't English today. And there's no feedback.
Exactly, Joe.
I don't know what to do anymore.
Exactly.
No matter how hard I try, I am now going to end up like my mother.
Yep.
Of being overqualified and not having a job. And I don't want to do that life. I don't want to have that life. I don't want to be a house mom or a housewife. I've always call it the eldest daughter in me that I am a strong and independent woman.
What the hell is the president?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm really at my wit's end when it comes to applying. And the only reason I'm applying for half of these roles, despite the fact that I am overqualified, is so I can at least get my government payment to live. And even still, it's not that much of a livable wage.
You're right, Joe. And that's what's fucking
considering how much debt I am in.
Is that bullshit?
I am trying to pay back my debt, and
I've been cussing bastards out on my like page and deleting and blocking their asses so the page don't get struck
and come
behind.
tax time, I'll still probably get taxes
right
and
there.
have to pay tax.
Shabaka, we got somebody in here. We got somebody in here named the president.
Oh, the President Black Lightning. President Black Lightning. All right, Mr. President, what's on your mind, man? Reparations, dag nabbit.
Well, first of all, Pam, you're going to the ranch. Yeah, man. I figured. Now I've gotten my new presidential logo already and everything. Right in the middle it says Black Lightning, so there'll be no. I don't want to do like they did when I was supposed to be the Pope. They got it right. They said there's gonna be a black pope, but then they like, man, come on now, can't get the mail right. Man, I'm give up on being the pope. I'm gonna be the president though. They got to get him out of there. What do you call it? The 47th Amendment.
The 25th Amendment.
It's the 25th Amendment, Dynamite.
The 25th Amendment or the 47th mistake. I believe. You know what they said about Yaqub? Yaqub, he created a man with a little head. He got half a brain. That's what happened. Anyway, I'm out.
Okay.
Okay, but Dynamite. Okay, but see, the Fifth Amendment is still a theory. Okay, no president has ever been removed from office as a result of an impeachment. And so until it actually happens, it is still a theory.
What? Okay. But Nixon was pardoned. Nixon was pardoned by Ford. And for him to be pardoned, he had to be impeached.
Okay, hold on. No.
I am not a crook. I'm not a crook. Remember?
Okay, and Joe's right. Everybody wasting time on Trump impeachment. It ain't gonna happen because the only thing what an impeachment means, people, is like you riding down the street getting a ticket from a police officer saying you got to appear in court. Okay, fine. You're appearing in court, but now you got to go through an arraignment to see if they got enough evidence to charge you with the crime. Then you got to get indicted to where is that you are formally charged with the crime. Then
he already been indicted 37 times, right?
Huh?
He already been indicted 33 times.
34.
34 indictments already. He still ain't got an ankle monitor.
Yeah, exactly, because he was convicted. Okay, but what at the state level. So what should have happened to his stinking ass is that after he got convicted, that son of a bitch was supposed to have been placed in handcuffs, put off in a goddamn orange jumpsuit, heading straight to the goddamn county jail like they did my ass, like they did you, just like they did.
He can't even be pardoned if there's a state, right?
Right.
Yeah, because that's what he did when he tried to fool everybody into thinking he was pardoning the gang leader dude. What's his name?
Man, this the equivalent. This the equivalent of y'all getting pulled over by a cop and asking for the supervisor, and he is the supervisor.
Oh, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Say,
well, by the time all that happened, we have too many catastrophes and gone down. Man, Lord have mercy.
Exactly.
You
See,
know,
with the bureaucracy, people, it is designed to fail you, is what it is.
Yep.
It is designed to fail you. You see what I mean? Say, that's what it's designed to fail, particularly if you're black in America. You see what I'm saying?
Right. All right, Shabak, I think we got time for one more topic, and then we got to wrap this thing up.
Okay, yeah, because we're going on to the 3-hour mark. Okay, what's our last topic?
Iran rejects Trump's ultimatum.
Okay. All righty. So Iran supposedly is supposed to be a sovereign nation. Okay. They rejected it. And what they're doing is that, and Trump keeps saying is that he was going to bomb the hell up out the place and take it off the face of the map. But I think that they yanked his chain in Washington because what I see here on Cartoon News Network is that he had delayed it. So maybe somebody's getting some sense into his ass, or maybe somebody's telling him like, look, man, check this out. You fucking up real bad, man. I'm about to jump ship on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Say, but that damn Hexith, warmonger. Marco Rubio, capitulator. You see what I'm saying? So the J.D. Vance, blind lord.
Yep.
See, Dumpster actually is too old for the fucking job, man, because the bastard is 80 years old.
Yep.
I'm too old for that damn job. The right person to do that type of job, Brother Che, is somebody in you and Black Joe's age group. Say, because you got to have mental stamina. You got to be thinking 24/7 a day. Even when you go to sleep at night, you got to be having strategy done in your dreams. Old bastard like me, it ain't happening no more.
Yeah, that's true.
See, say no, yeah. Those is facts. Those are the laws of what I call of biophysics. You see what I'm saying? And live long enough, shunning the same thing going happening. You know what I mean?
Usual taco that he always is.
Hold on.
And
Get that too quick.
We'll see.
I agree, Shabaka. I agree that y'all you losing y'all mind when y'all get older. Now me, on the other hand, it's a whole different story. See, what you gotta do to get mental stability is you gotta stand on your head and do push-ups.
Okay.
Do 5 push-ups every day. Do 5 push-ups standing on your head every day. You'll be good to go. Cause see all the blood flow to the top of your head. That's also make it's hard for me to wear hats.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And headphones are always too small. I know what Yakub did. They say Yakub had 2 brains, right? So when he made Trump with a half a brain, and he said, I messed up the first time he came back to Earth and he made me. I got a brain and a half. That means I got a big head. Yeah. Now behind my back, they call me the big head man. And in public, they call me the goddamn genius. No, I'm just kidding. All right, I'm gonna be quiet.
Well, that sound like that cat in the Wizard of Oz, man. Who was that? The Scarecrow who didn't have no damn
What was his name? No, not in the Wizard of Oz and the Jetsons. That little Martian. What was his name? Kazoo.
I know. Yeah, Kazoo. Yeah.
Yeah, and he had the big head too. Yeah. Isn't that a coincidence? He was Kazoo, and this guy's name Yakub. Supposed to be a black alien with a great big head. I don't know. It might be true. And say he took the recessive gene and he made the white man. That's what they said. I didn't say it. So don't blame Shabaka'S Blacc. He's not a goddamn racist, motherfuckers.
He made him in a cage.
No cussing. No, put the siren on every time somebody cusses.
He make him in a cave too.
God damn it.
Not only did he make him, he made him in a cave.
Made him in a cave? I thought he made him on a spaceship and then dropped his ass off to the earth. I don't know. That's what I thought. I ain't got the whole story. All I know is a great big head. He had 2 brains and he fucked up. He made a man with a recessive gene with a little bitty head. Hey, let me ask y'all a question. Do headphones tight for y'all? You can answer this too in the chat, Joe, if you want.
Yeah, I usually gotta expand them.
Yeah. Headphones fit them just right because they got little heads. They were made with little heads. And the Chinese people made the headphones for the little head man. Mm-hmm. I'm just kidding. The Chinese didn't make them. They made them in Taiwan, right?
They made somewhere outside of here.
Everything made in China. Look on the inside of your sweater.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Pakistan, China. And then the cold part about it is, like for all these motherfuckers with these dashikis and shit, I go inside, man, a store, man, looking at some dashikis. Guess what the motherfucker was made at?
India.
Taiwan.
Pakistan.
They wear dashikis in Pakistan?
Yeah.
Made out of llama wool, I bet.
My jacket I just took off was made in Indonesia.
Man. This badass suit was made in Belgium. They don't make nothing in the United States.
Nope.
No, the reason being, Dynamite, is
only one thing: the floor mats, of the car, the weather check. That's the only thing that's made in the USA.
Trump said he's gonna stop all that shit.
Manufacturing was taken out of the United States in the the late 80s and early 90s because most of the manufacturing and repair places was set up in the poor neighborhoods. If you pay attention, when all those old car repair businesses, clock repair businesses, TV repair businesses got shut down and manufacturing got moved out, they also shut down the after school programs and stuff where the kids used to go. And then gangbanging became this big old problem. So
that was made in the USA too.
How about that?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then like Trump say, if you bring the manufacturing here, you won't have to worry about tariffs. That's kind of a smart move.
Yes, it is. But you know who the fuck to blame for all that outsourcing of the jobs, right?
No goddamn cussing. No, I'm sorry.
You know who to blame, right?
No, I figured it out. If the president can cuss and he don't get bleeped, we ain't got shit to worry about.
Right.
Okay.
You just can't be talking about the Chinese derogatory because they own every damn thing.
No.
Okay. See,
the small hats do.
Yeah,
the small hats do.
Too, Joe.
No,
but also too.
C words.
What's that? The small hat dude.
Oh,
yeah. The small hats are the ones that run Hollywood. But
if you see a Chinaman owning something, the small hat on the Chinaman. All right, go ahead. My fault.
You're right.
How about that? Okay. Yeah, I knew somewhere.
Exactly. And you're right, Fresh. It was Bill Clinton who came up with that damn free trade agreement right there, Fresh. Yeah. You are absolutely correct. It was old Slick Willie that did it to you. They say, why Monica Lewinsky was bobbing and weaving. Oh, okay, hold it. Why Monica
Which Epstein funded.
Yep.
All that, man, all these motherfuckers is in people.
Oh, man.
To know that it came out in the Epstein files that Epstein funded all them politicians that wrote that and funded that 90s crime bill, and that Epstein helped fund them planes that flew in and out of Contra. And ain't nobody talking about that. They only talking about them little white kids. It's diabolical.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Exactly. Let's recap on that Contra stuff. That was Oliver North, right? I think.
Yeah, Oliver North, Noriega, and all that old shit.
And remember, this is something comical as hell to me because I be remembering crazy shit like this. What's his name? The president at the time. He said, what was? No, when they asking him about the Contra thing, Oliver North, right? When they asked him about Oliver North,
during the Reagan regime.
Right. But you remember what Reagan said? He said, "Name sounds familiar."
Yeah.
Oh man, I was like, I'm dying laughing. Name sounds familiar. Goodness gracious. Does the face look familiar too, sir? So yeah, I just don't remember his name. Oh, that's his name.
Okay, well, Reagan had special effects from Grisha Formula 44 and Crazy Glue.
I'm telling you now, and he was a B movie actor at that.
Yeah,
he wasn't shit as an actor.
Yeah, man. But you know, they got to stop taunting this number 47. They got to stop taunting him on because he's kind of like a kid, you know. It's like it's like he got his hair. No, the reason I say that, I don't mean no derogatory. I was just jokingly saying like a kid because he got his son-in-law, Jared Christian, talking about, I think you should kick their ass, Pop. You know? Who in the hell gonna take military advice from Jared Kushner? Nobody.
Mike, you ever seen that anime called Dragon Ball Z?
It's like, I bet you won't do it, Pop.
On there that was a baby, and he was terrorizing and destroying everything that he came in contact with.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but I know that Trump getting upset because Iran not taking his ultimatum, you know, and to me, it's would be a total war crime to destroy a whole. I mean, that's just like
we're gonna make the Iranians do this. We're gonna make the Iranians do that.
if he could, he would put on the Thanos rings. He put on the
Check it
Thanos
out.
rings, and he would make all black folks disappear first.
Let me get on my people first, because I keep on hearing some of the dumbest things come out of my people's mouths. And one of the and one of the main dumbest things I keep hearing my people say is, "Oh, Iranians say they like black people. They ain't got nothing against black people." Check this out. Saudi Arabians do too, right? Now on 9/11, did they differentiate between white Americans and black Americans?
On 9/11?
Yeah.
Well, 9/11.
On 9/11, when they attacked America, did they say black folks stay at home? We gonna attack America? These recent mass shootings by African Muslim terrorists. Did they say I'm not gonna shoot black folks? Did he shoot everybody at the lounge and everybody at the bar?
They shot everybody.
Well, what I'm saying.
So that's my point to my people. My point to my people is, they sitting back acting like these folk from these other countries, when they say, "Oh, we don't have nothing against blacks," and they're gonna be like, "Black folk go home." No, you stay in America, regardless of how you feel about the country you in. You are American. When they attack it, they're not going to differentiate between you. So basically get your head out your ass. And I land.
Now, what they were talking about is like when the Ayatollah let all the black folks go when they had hostages. But I'm just saying, Trump said that he was going to kill a whole race of fucking people. Just
like the Iranians playing with AI right now, making propaganda videos. I put in the chat how they really feel about black people.
Yeah,
they mess with you when you go there because you're a tourist with American money. But other than that, the black people that are there that are native are subjugated to one part of their land, man, and it's a caste system and they're the bottom. So I hate. You are Al Abid. You are Al Abid. That's what you are. You are a slave.
I don't know about anything about their system or whether they like black folks or hate black folks. I'm just say that.
Well, if you don't know nothing about them, you got to quit. You can't champion.
I'm not championing them. I'm saying make a statement that you're going to kill off a whole race of people is not right to do. In general, you can't kill off a whole race of people. You can't even threaten to kill off a whole race of people.
Death to America. Death to America. We'll turn New York to a parking lot. Death to America. Death to America. We'll nuke America. We'll nuke America. Since 1980, these niggas been talking about turning New York into a parking lot.
Yeah.
Like you can't talk like this and not be a student of history. Other than that, you talking out your ass. You talking out of emotion.
No, they can't. I'm not talking out of emotion at all. No, none at all. I'm just saying, as far as righteousness, you can't go kill off a whole race of people.
So if a man keep on threatening to kill, if a man keep on threatening to kill your children, I'm gonna kill your kids. I catch him. I'm gonna kill your kids when I catch him. What you gonna do if you catch him?
I'm gonna get him.
Your silence is louder than your voice, cuz.
No, well, I mean, I'm not gonna. Okay, look. I'm put it like this. If he said he's gonna kill my kids, I'm not gonna go kill all his family and everybody he know. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. Yes. But
what if he see your kids first and one of your kids die?
Oh, that ain't not.
Your silence is louder than your voice when you get silent.
You're saying, no. What they're saying and what you're saying, and metaphorically, is that if they had nuclear weapons, that they could wipe out America. Now, I'm saying that even if they had the means to do so, if any righteous person wouldn't do that. That's all.
See, the problem with our people is we always turn a blind. The problem with our people as a whole is that we always turn a blind eye to BS until it hits us personally versus being proactive.
I'm not championing them. And what's the difference between Saudi Arabia, Iran, or Iraq? None of them are over here, and none of them got shit to do with Black America. We've been getting our asses kicked by the same regime. They need to send all the ass-kicking police over there so that they can get their jollies on.
I'm gonna ask you again. Then, when every Muslim terrorist attack we've had, have they given a warning to Black America, or have they just attacked Americans?
They just attacked
I ain't down with no attacks of anyone.
No, I'm saying you just answer the question. It's not that hard.
If you saw a Muslim with a bomb
whenever Muslims have attacked America with explosives or with a gun, have they ever sent a warning out to the Nation of Islam, the followers of Islam, or any Black American?
I'm not with Islam.
Oh, man, you're disingenuous as fuck.
I'm a Christian. I'm like Crip Mac said, I'm a Christian. But look, I don't
disingenuous Negroes are the worst Negroes to deal with.
Look, nobody's championing them. I'm talking about the president saying he's going to wipe out a whole.
But you're being 100% disingenuous with the question.
No, what you're doing is you're defending Trump. Now that's
how am I defending Trump, man? Fuck Trump. All you niggas. Hey, no. I'm gonna stop you right there. I gotta stop you right there because when you niggas, when you black folk, when Negroes like you don't have an argument, when Negroes like you can't combat the truth, the first thing y'all do is like to say somebody backing Trump or somebody backing MAGA. That's all you niggas like to do. That they are uneducated, that don't do no research. The first thing y'all do is like insult and say somebody is a Trump thumper or somebody is MAGA. That is you niggas only motherfucking defense because you niggas ain't learned, you niggas ain't studied, you niggas ain't smart, you niggas are slow as fuck.
Well, let's go on to the next subject. But I heard Trump say that in public. So there's my research right there. Trump said it himself. They had a
I'm going to ask you again, cuz. I'm going to ask you again. When a Muslim attacks this country, do he differentiate? Because you disingenuous as a fuck, you drunk nigga.
Wait. Do you know? Because how would you know? You wouldn't. That'd be guessing.
Because of the amount of black people, because the amount of niggas die when they attack this motherfucker. That's how I know, nigga. Because the amount of niggas die when they attack this motherfucker. Because the amount of niggas die, because the amount of niggas die when they attack this motherfucker. When 9/11 happened, Jews got a warning, nigga.
I don't. Hey, look, when it's time to blow some shit up, it's time to blow some shit up. Whether you in the hood, whether you in
shit sound. That's the delusions of grandeur coupled with a God complex, man.
It's time to blow shit up. What you call it? Casualties of war.
Hey, young men, gentlemen, stay strapped and get clapped, man. Don't listen to these old niggas, man. They past their prime.
Past my prime. I'm not an old niggas past his prime. But look, I'm gonna get off of here because I offended your president. I'm sorry. My bad.
You still throwing slick shots though, you know, but a Muslim took your son under his wing like Bakabazi. The fuck?
Wow. There's never a dull moment here, Shabaka.
Every time they come with an argument and you provide them with truth, they instantly insult. Oh, you back Trump. Oh, you MAGA, man. Fuck Trump and fuck MAGA, man. We ain't got no dog in this fight. We only got us. We all we got.
Cause I get the
and
same
I approve of that message right there, Joe.
Oh, you must be a dumpster supporter. Or you must support Trump. No, I support the truth. And what he said,
man, that's their only defense mechanism. Oh, your president, nigga, your president too, nigga. Leave the country and see how it happened to you.
Right. Don't never want to do that, Black Joe.
Man, just don't insult me, Tan. I'm a Trump thumper. Do your research on Trump. His family more intelligent than anybody in your bloodline. Nigga. His people created the radar system for World War II. I bet you didn't know that. While everybody insult Trump intelligence, nigga, his uncle Trump was part of the CIA, created all kind of radar and stuff, man. He owed money. Get with the times, man.
Big time.
Get out your emotions and start using logic.
Right. Start watching DNC news.
Man, Trump a Trojan horse. I said it like this. Look, through prophecy, they say the Antichrist will receive a head wound and all that BS, right? No, yeah. Trump was the beast that received the head wound. That's gonna. He was the trigger that received the head wound. That's ushering in the beast system, or the digital this and all that other BS. He's ushering it in, but he's not that person. Might be Kushner, might be his son-in-law.
Yeah, it might be.
Now hold on. Junior. Now hold on, Joe. You brought something up good right there, man. You just brought back a memory. Okay, when they had to rebuild LA project, right? Okay, for 1992. Okay, it was the Kushner group who was going out there buying all that land, man, out there in Leimert Park, and let me see, what's that damn place over there, man? Near the We got a hard stop at 3 hours. Okay, all right, okay, so we're going to start our closing arguments. We're just going to, any points that we didn't cover, we'll cover it on the next episode of Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced, which will be next Tuesday. We're going to cover it on Frontline Black News, so just stick around. Okay. It'll be covered on Frontline Black News. But give your call. Okay, you're going to... Okay, all right, so we want to thank everybody, that came here on Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced of Season 11, Episode 30, in conjunction with Frontline Black News. We thank everybody and what have you. And then it's never a dull moment here. To quote the words of Phil Donahue, it's not so much that we endorse anybody what they're saying. The only thing we guarantee is provocative conversation, and boy, do we have a lot of it right here. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, shoot out the link, Brother Pass, to support Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced, and we thank all our contributors. The link is in the description. Yes, sir. Okay. And definitely check out and like the Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced Facebook page, Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced in conjunction with Frontline Black News. Definitely check out our hashtag Resurrection of the Mental Dead, because you got a whole lot of brain dead motherfuckers out here, boy. I'm telling you. Right. You ain't saying nothing but a word to Black Joe, man. Just say, and so we are definitely in the end times. I don't care what nobody's faith is. That's between you and God. You know what I'm saying? Church. And then, hey, what's up, Biggie 5423? Salute. Oh, Big E. Stick around, Big E. Yeah. We're back with Frontline Black News. So. We're about to wrap this thing up here, but join us in about 30 minutes for Frontline Black News. Yeah, and I got to go sit at my lunch counter and beg for a cup of coffee. But fortunately, Black Joe, I own the lunch counter, so I ain't got to worry about nobody kissing no shit in that Black Joe. Before this 3 hour hit, Black America, let me say something to you. Emotions have gotten us nowhere over the last 50 years. Use your reasoning and deduction skills. Them same skills that you can peep 12 with, use them to peep the BS, man. Right. Use your critical thinking skills. Think it's not illegal yet. Yeah, and we came a long way, but we still got a long way to go. So like I said, we deal with the Black experience from the beginning of time until 10 minutes ago. And the last 10 minutes, folks, was dynamic. Yes, it was. All right. So I'm signing off from Sin City, and put them ponies in the Broncos at the top of the AFC West, and keep them down Gators in the bottom of the hole of the ship where they belong. Sir. I'm going to say it here again. Raiders here in Las Vegas, do one or two things, please. Change your fucking name or get the hell out of town. Situational awareness, everybody. Right. Keep yes, sir. Keep your head on a swivel. Keep them power tools, and never let a sucker knock you off your square. All right. And so like the referee says, protect yourself at all times. That's right. All right. So we're here at the 3 hour. What's the air date, Shabaka? The air date of this episode is April 7th, 2026. For all you motherfuckers up there in the future in 2100, when you look back at this shit, we telling you what was going on in this motherfucker at the time that it did. You know what I'm saying?
Hard stop.
Stick around. Don't go too far because we're going live again
For
in
sure.
like 30 minutes.
For sure. I'm around, man. I'm woke, man. I'm finna twist me up one.
Okay, I
ain't mad at you, man. I quit smoking, man. You know what I'm saying?
But hear me out. We off the air. We off the air.
No, we still on the air. So let me close
No,
this
we
out,
still
and then
on
we can
air.
chop it up after that. So this is going to complete season 11, episode 30 of Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced in conjunction with the Frontline Black News. Join us in about 30 minutes for Frontline Black News. In the meantime, make sure y'all like and subscribe to all of our platforms, Frontline Black News on YouTube and Facebook, The Revolutionary Agenda on YouTube and Facebook, and Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced on Facebook and Twitter. And on what else? Facebook.
Okay, Facebook, you like and subscribe to our like page on Facebook by the same name of Shabaka'S Blacc Experience Enhanced. I need some help in there because I got Nabisco's coming up here doing a bunch of fat mouthing and all that. So we need some more brothers to get their minds right.
And on
then
that
they
note,
sit up
we
there.
out.
Yes, sir.